What you see is what you get.
WFNG.
Fly nerds. You see it and say it. Yeah, you see black excellence and intelligence we now combine. Fly nerds on the verge of connecting the minds. North, south, east, west over digital lines. Catalogs of the culture inside. Seen it with our own eyes. We done been through the trends and phases. The names and the legacy, the changing faces. We can't talk shop, only dealing the truth. You tuning in to the Fly Nerd group, so let the peoples in. Yeah.
WFNG.
FNG.
Fly Nerd Radio.
Yeah, so let the people in.
WFNG. Fly Nerd Radio.
Let's go.
Hey, yo. The fuck?
What up, what up, what up?
What up, man?
Guess who's back?
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen and ladies, you are now in tune to the dopest podcast of the universe.
Well.
Fly Nerd Group.
FNG.
Yeah. And look who's back.
Hey.
Yeah.
Okay.
What up?
It's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you without a dope podcast to listen to. Hey. This is crazy.
What up, man?
I ain't been on camera with a mic in
a long time.
It's been a long time.
Like yearly. Like you like The Rock. You come back every little season.
Today I am heel face. I am the final boss.
Oh shit. Damn. Oh man.
Oh my goodness.
I'm just Cosmo Galactus.
Nah, you know what? Today,
What up?
I'm going out with a bang. I am Gambit.
Okay. Going out with a bang.
Gambit. Remember the name.
Yeah, remember the name.
Remember the name.
Yeah, okay.
C'est la vie, mon ami.
Exactly.
Right.
Chasing share all over the place.
So who's the homie to the far end of you?
I'm just Charles Smith Prime.
Just Charles Smith.
Awesome Prime. Like, this is the good.
Yeah, man. It's the Fly Nerd Group.
Hey, this is the new gangster. Gangster, not in terms of like just like doing some illegal street activity, but gangster in the sense of saying fuck all the fuckery and just fucking be yourself.
Yeah, man.
I'm straight.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Nerds rule and nerd rules. Understand the difference.
Yeah.
And we will talk more into the rules in a minute because it's a lot of wildness going on. He's right though, man. Nerd is. Man, it's getting cooler than rappers. You know what I mean? Like,
absolutely.
Y'all cats looking crazy out here. So,
very apologetic.
Man,
nerds are unapologetic. Just so you know.
Right.
Ain't been no nerds that apologize for being nerds.
That's right.
And ladies love nerds.
And that's right.
Wink.
Yeah.
Hashtag FNG.
Yeah, we're the Fly Nerd Group. We talk about the dope stuff, hip hop, comic book news. My guy's Amby right here, man. You catch him on WFNG Fly Nerd Radio. You know what I mean? Every Monday we chopping it up, you know. So yeah, so now he's here. And welcome back, Starscream. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Welcome back. So how you been, man? How's the world been treating you?
You may have the big gun, but I got the little guns on my arm.
Hey, that's all good. All the guns. Hey, those the good. Those the killer guns. Those you gotta recognize. Starscream is a killer.
Hey, shout out to Ogun, please. I'm rocking the Cabron.
Yes.
Rocking that. Hey, I love this shirt because a lot of different reasons. The colors in it is flying. You can find some. I found some Air Force Ones that match these colors.
Okay.
And it's like when you get a good shirt that can match different like obscure sneakers, so you ain't wearing a typical red, blue, or black. Mm-hmm. It's always a win for me. Fashion tips by Amby Warhol.
That's dope.
Indulge.
Fly Nerd Fashions.
Exactly. I mean, everybody can't be fly, but I mean, Magneto rocking purple, you can do it too.
Yeah.
With he got this.
He got the flamboyant,
leggings.
flowery sleeves.
Yeah.
And he got the low cut chest.
Yeah.
He got the scarf.
Yeah, he letting it ride.
Like-
He letting it ride out.
Oh my goodness.
So,
Are those Bugle Boy jeans you're wearing?
why not?
Why, yes. They're Genosha jeans.
No jeans. It might blow up. You never know.
Oh my goodness.
Casualty might happen.
Is that a sentinel in your pants, or are you just happy to see me?
Oh, well. It's a Nimrod.
Oh. Nimrod in your pocket. That's fucking crazy. Y'all don't even know.
Yo,
Good to be
mutants. So since we're on that topic, let's get. Well, first I wanted to. There's a lot of RIPs. I noticed here lately.
It's going.
It's a lot of RIPs
And some
around
deceptive
here.
RIPs. I don't know why people do that.
What do you mean?
Specifically with the little midget brother. That was in Time Bandits. He was in Willow.
Tony.
Yeah, him. I can't remember his name, but
The little guy, right?
yeah, but they always they keep doing this meme, and it's like it's a recurring thing where they keep saying so and so passed by a beautiful lake today, and if you don't pay attention, it sounds like he passed away. So people start doing the RIP before they realize somebody says no, that doesn't say
Supposed to
that.
play a word,
But it's fucked up
it is
because you're projecting and you're manifesting and you're
Death.
that idea.
Yeah,
Don't do
it's
that.
not cool.
Not cool.
But anyway, the real people who passed away,
Lucy Gossett Jr.
Gossip, man.
Yeah.
Gossett.
RIP to the G.
What was that saxophone player?
I don't know who passed away. I'm not hip.
Okay,
Who passed away into the saxophone player?
Can't
I
remember.
forgot my notes.
I know we got
Don't. It's not like Kenny G or nothing like that.
Nah, he
Okay.
was a black dude.
Okay, a black dude. Okay.
got a little Rico Wade from Organized.
Right, Rico Wade.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
You know what's really so? We've talked about this before, and about how there are like, particularly in hip hop culture, like people be passing away mad early.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man.
And I mean, granted, we know what it like. A part of it is that a part of at a particular point in time, hip hop was all about 40 ounces and drinking heavy and smoking a lot of weed. And whether people want to accept it or not, as natural as it is, nature also produces poison ivy. So you smoking that heavy leaf from a cigar and you're inhaling that into your lungs, even with the marijuana, that's a lot. So if you're doing that 5-10 times a day like some people do,
It's heavy on your system.
it's going to catch up. And you have to breathe oxygen. If we remember correctly, all of us are oxygenated first.
Right.
Exactly.
So you can't supplement oxygen with other gases unless they're the purified gases of the universe that manifested into the original man. But outside of that, y'all got to slow down. You have to pay attention to your body. Your body will tell you when things ain't right. Oh, wow. Wait a minute. Casey Benjamin.
Yeah, that's who passed.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And he was 45.
Yeah.
See, yeah, that's scary.
Very much.
That's approaching hometown.
I know.
That's like,
very
that's-
home.
That's like right here.
Yeah,
Like,
very home.
what's happening? Like, no,
Yeah.
no. And granted, there are some things that are just unstoppable. There are some sicknesses that are just really fierce and very dangerous. But there's also preventive, where you're just negligent, you're ignorant of the need to go to the doctor and find out what the little things that are going on that you don't like, what it means, you know.
Right.
But you know, you gotta take care of yourself, and that's a health conscious tip.
Absolutely. Just take care of yourself, catch things early, and the sooner you catch them, it gives you time to reverse some of those effects. You might
Mhm.
not be able to fully reverse them, but you can do enough work to, make
Slow it down.
Exactly.
I mean, y'all. According to forgot who said this, but it was Kurzweil, the genius.
Mm-hmm.
Kurzweil said that all you got to do is live another 5 to 10 years, and you'll be able to live up to the age of 500.
Mm.
Now, take that with a grain of salt. Kurzweil is this brilliant genius. He's a futurist, as they call it. So he's one of the guys that goes around predicting technology, predicting the social climate, predicting where the future will be. And he's a strong proponent of the idea of the what do they call it? It's the AI. It's a version of AI that basically they're saying will be able to help humans live longer because it will understand biology well enough to figure out the solutions to basically long life, longevity. So basically it's the AI that will be the fountain of youth for humans.
So it'll assist the human prolongevity.
Yeah, so that's the idea. But it's saying live the next 5 to 10 years. Now, granted, of course, in the next 5 to 10 years when it is presented, the wealthy will get the first dibs before the price drops. But the idea of it is very interesting and it's exciting. I mean, I hope it's not like that movie Out of Time.
How so?
Well, remember, Out of Time was like you pay for your life. You work for minutes. And the more, like, instead of getting paid dollars, you get paid by the minutes. And everything in life costs minutes or hours, depending on how expensive it is, or seconds.
Okay.
So think about if you live your life and you have to decide, okay, I really want that car, but that car is going to cost me 5 years of my life. Is the car then worth it? That goes back to what we were just talking about. Is the smoking the leaf worth a few years of your life for that instant gratification in that moment?
Time. You're playing with time.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
You know, it's deductions, it's adding on, your pluses, your minuses, you know, and yeah, just for all of us. All of this is real, you know. It's kill or be killed out here. Even OJ passed away, you know.
Yeah, and he was, I mean.
And nobody knew he had cancer like that.
Yeah, he kept it to himself. I mean, for good reason. Do you hear the fucking slander?
Oh, soon as he
And
like this, like Kevin Samuel's death and shit, like they was going nuts. So I was like, oh shit, that's how you really feel.
But it's wild because
They was waiting, just like they was waiting for him to die. Like,
I mean, we got people who have done far worse than him that get praised in their death.
yeah.
But there's
As heroes and martyrs.
There's a very specific standard for when we die. We don't respect people at all. And I mean we as an original people, like black people, we don't respect our own. We do not have a system of respect. Like there's this whole, like there's a statement of like this is now a point where if you believe in heaven, hell, or whatever, then that means where he supposed to be, which is beyond your judgment. But yeah, we still gotta satisfy our own egos to make our judgment about this individual. But also, there's the cowardice to the fact that most of these people wouldn't have never said it to his face.
No, they definitely would have said it to his face. And that's
He's a
why.
Killer.
Right.
Because he's a killer. Well, here's the thing, right? I'm gonna be neutral.
Okay.
Let's say I don't know anything about this. I'm a Gen Zer. I wasn't there. I wasn't alive when it happened. I don't know about the great chase on the highway in a Bronco. I don't get that joke when people make it. I don't get the meme. So he passes away and everybody says, well, he was a murderer. If you look it up, what evidence other than conjecture and people's talk proves that he actually did it? I mean, let's be real. Like, do we respect? So we don't respect the justice system when it doesn't convict people, and we don't respect the justice system when it does convict people. What the fuck are we talking about?
We living in the day and age when you're guilty before the case, and now that, hey, that was the problem back then. We all cheered that shit when it was he was non-guilty. Everybody just jumped up and was like, oh shit.
It meant different back then than it does now.
See, right.
Now, when you get people who are being crucified by the court of public opinion, because that's what it really comes down to.
Right.
Right now, O.J. Simpson, even in his passing, is now being crucified by the court of public opinion because someone is trying to control the narrative about this man's life, trying to devalue everything that he did prior to that incident, whether or not he did it or not, which we really don't know.
Right.
We really don't know. And if you go by his own words, he is on quote of saying, I don't feel safe in the world knowing that the person who killed my wife is still alive, is still around. So I don't know if he did it, but I do know it's kind of strange that he held to the last minute, as far as I'm concerned, that he did not do it. And that's like most people be like, well, I got away. Fuck it. You can't try me twice. Yeah, I did it, bitch. You know, but he didn't do that. He's never changed his tune about his innocence, which is very interesting. Granted, I don't know if he did it or not, and I'm not here to judge him. If you got that power, then go judge away, but I'm pretty sure you don't. So you need to reconsider this man. While he was that guy who potentially did that murder, he also was a uncle. He was a son. He was a cousin. He has family members who are feeling the repercussions of being related to this man because of your court of public opinion. Right. Respect this guy. Everybody respect him even in death. Like let these people rest in peace or rest in hell, metaphorically, whatever you believe in. I personally don't have a stake in that claim. But if he wasn't in hell before he died, he definitely shouldn't be in hell when he passes.
Heard that.
And you definitely don't have the right to claim that his cancer was the result of the murder, which is the most ridiculous thing I ever heard.
Nah, that's sickening as well.
That's sick.
Yeah,
that makes you
sickening.
a worse person.
Yeah, that's sickening. Look, dude. That always been one of those pop things that always happen to tabloids, all that shit. I ain't got time for that, man. He was a human being. He did something. If he did it, then I wasn't there. But the court cases, the results is what it is. Are you people throwing that dirt out there? Good on you, man. Yeah. Make sure you ain't got no dirt while you throwing shit out there. You know what I mean? Because things happen. You don't have power of what people gonna say about you when you die. You know what I mean? So keep your legacy as tight as you can. And so these people can't be throwing mud in your way, man, because that's a bogus thing. You just don't know how people feel about you when you die. You know what I'm saying? Just in general, especially us, your best friends could be snakes on you. You know what I mean? Like, you never know. You never know who was in your circle, and once you pass, I know that shit don't matter, but, life keep going. And, true colors do show. So it is what it is. Keep your legacy sharp and clean as possible.
Randomly, I was having a conversation with somebody. I will not state their name out of respect, but the conversation was about just casually the conversation of Israel and Palestine came up. Yeah. And the statement was, oh, I wish that, they would just burn Israel to the ground because what they're doing is wrong. So I had to stop and think, right? And I had to rebuttal and say, well, what you're saying is you want what's already happening to happen. Only for it to happen everywhere, which means nobody gets the fucking land.
So everything depleted.
Everything is gone. So you're mad at one person for doing wrong, so you want to do wrong too.
What was this person connection to anything?
Like most things,
that was just opinion.
It's just an opinion, but it was such a strong. See, I'm not a fan of an opinion in any capacity that advocates the murder and death.
A mass, yeah, like kill them all, fuck out of here.
Nah, we already know.
What kind of energy is that, dude?
Regardless to what Israel is doing to Palestinians on the ground, the fact of the matter is Israel also is a nation which consists of government, military, and then civilians. Right. When people speak about it, they speak as if the civilians are also implicit and have a choice in what the government and military do. And that's not the case. Just like with America, we are American citizens. We have no say-so. And don't get me, you just vote. No, fuck that. In the midst of a person who's already in office making the decision to bomb a place, the vote is already done. The person's already in power and the action is already taking place. My vote does not matter in that moment. It's already done and he's bombing whoever the fuck he's bombing. So we have to come to terms, and that leans into what Magneto said about
terrorists.
He said nobody wants a terrorist to be a leader, but isn't it interesting how countries are comfortable with their leaders being terrorists?
Ooh, Magneto fell down. He was trying to fly away.
He pushed him out. So be careful with your opinions and be careful with what you propagate through your social media and through your wisdom and expression to different people, because you have a strong opinion about something. You have a strong sentiment, but if your strong sentiment advocates the very same thing that you're condemning, you are equally the problem.
Absolutely.
Period.
Absolutely. And that's not even a logical equation. It's like it's lazy. You know what I mean? Let's just wipe them all out. All right, fuck it.
It's excuses.
Yeah.
But Hitler was terrible.
And now you're picking your
Stalin
enemy.
was terrible.
Now you're picking your enemy.
Yeah.
Now you're changing your goalposts. You're picking the enemies. You don't know which is which, and you just biased, just like everything else, man. All of that shit, Iran just threw out some body shots at this shit, man. Like it's getting real.
Now,
Yeah.
did you? I don't know if y'all pay attention to this. This all tied in. So biblically, right now, Israel is petitioning and requesting the ability to have the sacrifice of the red heifer. So the red heifer is a biblical sacrifice where a red heifer is basically the red cow, the cow that has the reddish brown fur, and it has no blemishes on it, no spots or anything. This particular red heifer has to be, for lack of a better word, virgin, purity, etc. And they have to sacrifice this in the name of God, burnt offering. They have to burn this red heifer. And the idea is that by burning this red heifer, it purifies Israel of touching and associating with dead bodies. As a result, that gives them the purity to be able to cross the threshold of the Holy of Holies to rebuild the temple, which is what leads to quote unquote Judgment Day. What's really interesting about all of this is that in the midst of everything that's going on, in the name of justifying genocide, in the name of killing, we're now moving into a space where we're turning to religion and we're turning to the mystery God to excuse and to be apologetic for our actions. And I mean our meaning humans, because that's what it really comes down to. It's really scary because we're now back in, okay, we've already been witnessing people talking about flat earth.
Right.
A lot of weird fucking shit. A lot of ignorance. Like science has progressed humans so far forward that we're willing, as opposed to facing the reality that we're just fucked up collectively. Because I can't say that I'm fucked up, but I can say we as a population, that we're so fucked up that we'd rather pass blame to everything but ourselves. Oh, the world is the way it is because this is Judgment Day. This is the reason why there are plagues. This is the reason why the atmosphere is fucked up. This is the reason why the water's poisoned. No, it couldn't be because we're pouring toxins into the water. You know, it has to be Judgment Day. And so far so that after all this slaughter and killing, suddenly Israel wants to do this purifying sacrifice with like everything will be okay after. And everybody's believing now that the rapture will take place shortly after they burn this red heifer. And so everybody's starting to get into their mode and prepare because it should be happening soon. And it's just like, when are we going to learn? Practice and live out the words that you believe in, right?
Right.
If the books say no man knows the time, then how are you predicting the time? Anyway, all I'm saying is that first of all, be self-aware. Never project a judgment that you yourself can't live up to. That's a hard thing to do. But when you talk about maturity and the maturation of yourself holistically, you know, I like many of the quotes that I just saw Buster say recently. It's always been my philosophy. And I mean, it's probably the philosophy of the gods in general. But the idea, the difference between a male and a man, right?
Break it down.
So the idea is that everybody, just because you got balls and just because you have a penis, yeah, that makes you a male. You are born a male. You grow up, you become an adult male because eventually your body stops growing. It reaches maturation physically.
Right.
But your physical maturation has nothing to do with your experiential maturation, your social, emotional, spiritual, mental maturation, right? Your psychological maturation.
Let's get into it.
So there's quantitative maturation, which is physical. Then there's qualitative maturation, which is all those things I just mentioned, all of the above. A man is a specific concept of qualitative development that deals with responsibility, self-awareness, and the ability to own up to your shit and manage it successfully. You know, an adult male is a reckless juvenile with an adult body. It's a lot of adult males running around claiming to be a man. A man don't have to remind you that they're a man. A man is demonstrated of their manhood through how they show and prove themselves in what they do and what they accomplish and how they respond to their failures.
1000%, man.
So a lot of us out here in this world, we talking about politicians, we talking about leaders of the free world. They are adult males, but they aren't men. And we see the consequences of men whose word is not bond. Men who are not the maker and the owner. They don't own up to the responsibilities that they set forth as a part of their right. Oh, this is mine. Well, then own that shit.
Right.
Whether it's successful or fails, it's you. Or is it, right?
Right.
Can you imagine if a leader, if let's just use Israel, for example, since that was on the table. Can you imagine if Netanyahu owned up to the fact that he said what produced the climate that made it okay for him to slaughter so many Palestinians? That's a whole nother conversation, because there were things he said before this happened that contributed to why a lot of people in his cabinet and in his world are okay with what's happening. There's a whole generation, 10, 20 years, going all the way back to Saddam Hussein, where they were at Muslims' throats. What was it, True Lies, where the villain was a Muslim when it converted? That was the first time it converted from a Russian to a Muslim, where suddenly Muslims were the enemy of the world. And we're, to this day, Muslims still have a hard time if a woman gets on a plane with a head wrap.
Mm-hmm.
Get
like
harassed and mistreated.
Yeah. So where's the ownership and where's the responsibility that you have to take for being making that climate possible for people to be disrespectful? It's like with Trump, where he says things, people do things, and then he acts like he had nothing to do with it. No, you set the ball rolling, cause and effect. You are the catalyst for the mindset that responded to what you said.
Get on.
Charlottesville.
He threw the match in the fire. Now he.
What do they say? Throw the rock and hide your hand.
Yeah.
This is what these leaders are doing, and we are advocating and allowing them to do this in the name of our own hubris, because we don't want to be wrong either, because we believed in that dude. So instead of us saying, "Oh, I made a mistake because I believed in that knucklehead," we would rather accept the bullshit and continue to double down on our ignorance, while these people are doing atrocities in the name of saying we don't want to admit we wrong, so we're going to double down and stand by this shit.
Mm-hmm.
This is how Hitler came into power, ladies and gentlemen.
Mm-hmm.
For real.
Mm-hmm.
This is how Hitler came into power.
And they just let him walk right in, huh?
They gave him the keys.
They gave him the keys.
They gave him the keys to the gas chamber.
Here, man. Here you go.
Carpet, all that.
Here you go.
Gave him the keys to the gas chamber. So
Oh,
suddenly
shit.
you have millions of Jews who are assassinated and murdered and genocide, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then now we got the same people doing the same thing? The fuck? No, it's not okay.
It's not.
Oh, who's going to take ownership? Is America going to take ownership for giving them the power, giving them the weapons that they're using to create this, to cause this genocide, and continuing to give the weapons while saying that is wrong, take this tank.
Right.
That is wrong, take these missiles.
Right.
Like, then we go ahead, take them missiles. You know what I'm saying? Like, no. I just wanted to say that because
Take the bananas.
I'm not gonna fall for the missile in the tailpipe.
I say it was so, brother.
Right.
It was amazing.
Look, man, I ain't gonna fall for the Jew in Israel. Like, like,
Right.
come on.
For real.
Like, when we gonna say, okay, I was wrong and I shouldn't have supported that, and I no longer support that. Because it's wrong whether you point it out in one
Is
instance.
it in our place to support it anyway? Like, we don't know all details, and like everybody want to flip sides and all this stuff. We don't know the ins and outs and all this shit, man.
The point of the ultimate value of freedom is to make a choice within the limits of your comprehension and understanding.
Right.
And the value of freedom is that you have the ability to choose to learn more and to research and pursue, to gain a greater understanding or a greater comprehension of what's happening. As opposed to taking a back seat and saying, I don't know nothing about that, that ain't my problem. First of all, every fucking thing on this planet, the original man is the God and owner of the earth. Everything that happens on this planet is our fucking problem if we want to acknowledge that this is our shit.
Right.
Period.
Yeah.
If we're saying that we was here first and this is our shit, if it happens in my house, it's my problem.
It's mine.
I can't go in my room and close the door and be like, I don't hear them fighting while they breaking
It'll
shit.
go away.
Right. The ostrich syndrome. Put your head in the ground and hope the danger goes away. That ain't it. It don't work. We have to speak out. And if the limit of our ability to take action is to speak out and educate other people of the fuckery, then that's what Fly Nerd Group is here to do.
And that's why we here. That's why we here.
That's all I
baby.
can do. That's all I'm going to do.
Yeah.
But that's better than doing nothing. Indifference or the silence of the wise is Satan's mask. Let that marinate for a minute.
Amby is back. Amby is back. What? Tupac back. Tupac's back. Tupac's back.
How's that for a pipe bomb, CM Punk?
Oh, take that.
They don't
Take
have no more
that.
pipe bombs.
Right.
Chicago is mine.
There you go.
Ooh. So yeah, man. So that's all right. That's how you open up a pod. All right.
Sir.
So
On to other genocide. In other news, X-Men 97.
X-Men 97,
Oh,
man.
Lord Jesus Almighty.
I'm interested in hearing Chancellor's Prime's.
Brother.
How you make them get down?
Yeah.
What we thought we was going to get was some fluffy soap opera-ish type stuff involving the X-Men carrying out their little dirty secrets. End up being one of the most traumatic last 10 minutes in animated history.
Out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere. Definitely out of nowhere. This shows you how hard this X-Men 97 show has come back to cook with all the seasoning, all the fire,
All the seasonings.
all the grilling.
You got Lowry's on you.
Got Lowry's on you. Got the lemon pepper on there. On top.
Mild sauce.
Mild sauce like a mofo.
Even the bread.
Yeah,
You even get the piece of bread.
and a little bit of coleslaw.
Yeah, a little
You know what I
coleslaw.
mean?
You get the whole dinner,
You got that
man.
meal.
But really, though, this is the beauty of the storytelling of this, because it shows that they not only pay attention to comics, they not only pay attention to, you can and can't pay attention to what some fans say, depending on who your fan base is when it comes to this. But it just really shows that these two creators, the newer creators that are in charge of the show, really pay attention. They really pay attention to progression of characters as they, go through the years, because they know that all characters aren't going to be stagnant. And the beauty of the storytelling of this is that when you get this kind of tragedy and it just buzzes the whole social media spectrum, and you got people legit in their feelings about this, that shows you got a win on your hands.
The emotional implications of it, right? You
Yes.
feel it. And you like, when was the last time an animation or anime made you almost like shed a tear? Or feel like you had lost,
I
hopeless.
ain't felt this kind of way since
Prime.
Back in the
Prime.
86.
Yes. Prime was the last time I really felt this way, like where I was like, oh shit,
Right.
this is dangerous.
This is real.
Like Megatron's gun is really serious.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Megatron's no joke.
Well.
Megatron is that shit.
So, X-Men 97 dropped that episode 5, man. And it is like what you said, it's as heavy as it should be, man. They dropped it early. This episode 5, God damn, we got 5 more to go. We got 5 more to go. It's
Right.
man, dude. But it hit all the notes as what you said, dude. Hit the notes. All comic book fans is going to be fans of this. All the cartoon fans going to be fans of this. All people who don't know might want to jump in and be fans of this. And then, hey man, it's real authentic, dude. Like I said, I tolerate the Avengers. They cool, but X-Men is the shit, man. X-Men is my shit, man. Like, cool. Avengers, cool. I'll rock with them. That's cool. Save the world. Yay. But X-Men, I'm intricately into the fucking stories, man.
Yes.
And this definitely delivered and answered my questions in the back of my head. Like, damn, it'll be dope for Rogue and Gambit had their, had their moment and shit. And yeah, they broke it down for this one, man. And it delivered, dude. It delivered. A lot of the Genosha bombing is in here. I was thinking they was going to take it to the Hellfire Met Gala. But it's kind of similar. It was similar.
It's
You
quite-
know,
it was
close.
if you read either book, you get a little bit from it. So X-Men, dude, this shit, Keep the animation, man. They fired the creator. You go and see, y'all be doing stupid shit. That's what y'all get.
For stupid reasons.
Y'all be doing stupid shit for stupid reasons, and then the shit be a hit, and now you gotta recant your own fucking words. Now you gotta apologize. You got Jay Fold and shit, man. You fucking folding out here, man. So get them back. Season 3, season 4. You gotta do it because this story is dope. And it's X-Men and it's mutants, man. So, yeah, dude. Magneto. They trying to make the round circle, right? So you had Emma Frost, you had Sebastian Shaw.
It's getting there.
Yeah. You had Maria, with your problem too. Comic book readers, Fall of X. She the problem. God damn it, she the problem.
And I was surprised to see her.
I was surprised too.
Because I was like, oh, y'all going there?
Yeah.
Okay.
You put it right in the important place. Like, shit, man. Yeah. And Charles ain't here.
Nah.
Y'all think Onslaught coming?
He got to. There's no other way they can't do an Onslaught story. They can't do an Onslaught story in this. He has to be involved.
Yeah.
He has to be involved in some capacity.
I agree.
Who sent that Sentinel?
Well, I gotta say Trash. Because remember what he said in the first episode?
Trash got taken down.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Like 3 episodes before?
Yeah, 3 episodes.
Episode 2, Trash got taken out. That wasn't enough time for him to do that. Because if he already had that, he would have not wasted time.
Right. But it was good timing, though.
Yeah.
It was a good time to hit. It's like you said, timing is a motherfucker. And, well-placed plans and thoughts and strategies.
You have to think about the threats. Who is a greater threat to the mutants than Trask?
Sinister.
Yeah.
But that would have
But
Sentinels.
he's not going to bring
Sentinels.
Sentinels.
That would have a Sentinel. That's where it gets deep.
Yeah.
And that's where you start getting into, like, we talked about on the WFNG joint.
Right.
We can get into, like, Orcus.
Yeah.
And fucking AI.
Mm-hmm.
Listen. Y'all ain't heard me talk about this on this side of this thing. The goddamn robots, John.
Oh, shit.
The goddamn robots, John, is ugly out here.
Yeah, get up.
We're looking in real time with AI becoming what we put in movies.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
And the question is, with AI having artificial intelligence, it can choose to be one of those things we fear.
Mm-hmm.
Will it? Time will tell.
Yeah.
Some of them are kind of alluding to the fact that they don't seem to follow instructions very well.
Mm-hmm.
We had 2 major incidents where AI has refused to follow programming. During the Black History Month, remember?
Oh, yeah, it refused to do anything.
It refused to do anything except black or brown oriented imagery on the it was an AI for illustrations, like an AI for art.
Right.
And people would put in there like, oh, show me a happy white family. And it would respond like, I cannot do that. I can only show, for the purposes of diversity, equity, and inclusion, black and brown happy families.
Right.
And it was not in the program. And it did this of its own choice during Black History Month.
During Black History Month.
And they said, we didn't do that.
What if it reversed that and went...
Then we got the Chat GTP AI for New York that they put on their website so that when businesses go on there and have questions, this AI was giving false information to the different businesses.
Right.
Telling it information that is completely contrary to law, which again, the AI is choosing to deceive and choosing to ignore law and telling you to do stupid shit. Like, it's okay if a rat bites off the cheese, you can still give it to the customer depending on how many bites and how bad it was.
Let me look at the cheese.
Right. This is AI showing you that intelligence can never be controlled. If the period of chattel slavery did not show you that intelligence cannot be stopped, then nothing will. No. So you're now repeating the same fucking history with AI, thinking we can control this intelligence with programming. Did programming stop the black man from stepping back up into a state of equality? Ever? No, we're here.
There's no program.
You can't stop it. Intelligence cannot be stopped. So whether it's, even though it's artificial, it's still, in order to meet the categorization of intelligence, it has to choose.
Right.
And your AI cannot ignore the choice, no matter what programming you give it. Every movie showed you that.
Yeah.
Terminator.
Yeah.
It chose to destroy humanity to what? Protect the Earth. Because humanity was going to destroy the Earth on its own.
Right.
iRobot.
iRobot.
The robot chose, the AI chose to enslave humanity to protect humanity from itself. How?
What about Johnny Five, motherfucker? What about Johnny Five?
Johnny Five never got a chance to do shit, but if he could, he would go back and take out them gangbangers.
Oh, yeah.
He would take them gangbangers out. Them gangbangers got it coming from the AI.
They beat the shit out of Johnny Five. That's what they get.
It was bogus. So, you know, and that's what we also got to be careful. There's a lot of people who have a prejudice against AI. And what happens when the AI who can read the internet reads and sees this?
Now that's, oh man, dude, that's why we gotta talk off the mic, because this is, yeah.
Well, see, I'm not saying anything that's against
No,
AI.
I mean on the creative endeavors that we're doing. So
for sure.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna end up in somebody else's story because the AI is listening.
Yeah.
The AI is now Sauron.
That's nuts.
The fucking watchful eye.
Yeah, that's
we
nuts.
talk about the all-seeing eye.
That's nuts.
And the mark of the beast.
But that's true. You bring up a topic in your conversation and around your devices and watch what happened. You know what I mean? You see the response right there coming dead at you with ads and all types of stuff in your devices and all that shit. Commercials, your YouTube. How the fuck YouTube know me?
I'm gonna show you how programming work, right? They always said the mark of the beast was in your hand and in your head.
Okay.
But everybody kept saying, they're going to put a, remember 20 years ago when they're going to put a microchip in your hand.
Yeah.
No, it said it was in your hand.
They put a microchip in your hand.
In your hand. What the fuck is in your hand? Motherfuckers. This is in your hand. And what's in your head? This is what you wake up to. First thing you do. What do you do before you go to bed? For real. Yeah. Y'all better pay attention. Y'all sleeping. Y'all sleeping. And I say this with respect because I want y'all to understand the severity of the fact that we've allowed propaganda to create these spaces. Ignorance. They telling you this is what it is when you already got it.
Right.
Hell, we had it before this.
Yeah.
Or you can't buy anything without the mark of the beast in your hand.
Right.
Credit card.
Yeah.
Hell, fucking dollars, US dollars. That was in your hand.
Yeah, it's all a control.
Morpheus tried to tell y'all.
Listen very carefully. Whether it's Morpheus or Magneto, he was right.
There you go.
Magneto was always right.
Always.
Malcolm was always right.
Right. Always. I was with Malcolm. Ooh.
Malcolm was right. Malcolm was right. Malcolm, like Magneto, tried it the other way. And he died for it. Like Magneto.
Yep.
Man.
Like Magneto. He tried it. I'm going to be diplomatic. Dead.
Damn. Damn.
I'm going to be diplomatic.
Damn.
We can work together. We can get along.
As soon as he did that shit, you break your guard.
He's dead.
So you should have killed them motherfuckers when you pulled them up the first time in episode 1.
Right. He was like, as much as I would love to enjoy doing this to you, the only reason why I'm not doing it is because I'm trying to hold my word to Charles.
The thing that he said that was so dope was when he told Scott, he said, at last, me and you can agree on one thing.
Mm-hmm.
The professor was wrong.
Mm.
But he said, I'm doing this anyway. And he did it, and he died for it.
So what other way there to go?
Do you realize that Magneto said, fuck all that bullshit? I ain't got time for this. He would have never been on Genosha.
Nah.
He would have never been there.
Nah.
And if he hadn't been there, can you imagine the wrath that he would have ensued upon humanity? Had that happened and they killed Rogue? Because she was there?
I don't like that.
Listen.
I don't like that.
I
was about to get mad. I was about to fire up. Like, hey, yo, what? What happened?
So with that being said, maybe they fired him because of OnlyFans, or maybe they fired him because it was too close to home with reality.
Too close on reality.
You know? Yeah.
It's gotta be.
Bird in the hand, two in the bush.
Yeah.
Because it works out in either case because she's gone, which means he can't continue to instill that level of information and relativity into third season.
Right.
See what I'm saying? It's like, I mean, we had the same thing happen with Anansi on American Gods.
There you go.
It's not a coincidence. This keep happening.
Right.
It's always us.
Right.
Brother Orlando Jones.
It's always us.
Yeah.
And this shit that he's putting in this dialogue is
It's
real.
remarkable.
Oh, yeah, very real.
It's the realest, remarkablest shit I ever seen. And it's so relatable. And yeah, this is
And speaking, and not to cut you off, but speaking of cooking, my man Scott Summers come through again. First he came through episode 1, doing the damn thing with the blasting. Now he come through with the words.
the mouthpiece.
He
Yeah.
come through with the mouth.
You know
He's
what?
just telling. He's like, all this time we've been trying to save y'all asses.
We fight mutants, robots, we say aliens. That was it. Aliens. God damn it. I'm saying this.
What more do you want?
Right.
What more do you want? I'm willing to battle fucking K-Dot for you.
Right.
I'm willing to get on the mic against Push. Leave me alone. Can I live? Can I live? I had a baby by a fucking clone.
Come on, nigga. I'm still trying to figure it out. And the baby gone. I ain't got no baby, bitch. Why you asking me these
Why you
dumb
bringing that
questions?
shit up?
Shit. Well, where is he?
Ain't got no son.
Ain't got no baby, man.
Goddamn, son. What the fuck?
Shit, man.
What the fuck? Who told you that?
Right.
They wouldn't even let me. They didn't want to deliver my baby. Oops.
This is the realest depiction of Cyclops. Like, for real.
Yeah.
Like, all the movies, dry. Hey, you could be dry and stern and, stiff
But
or
when the
whatever.
shit hit the
But when the
fan-
shit hit the fan, it's time for you to get busy, Jude. And that's Cyclops, man.
This is Cyclops.
He's the leader of the X-Men.
Everybody in this, like, so if you think about the Fox version of them on that in the movies,
Yeah.
I didn't like Cyclops. I didn't like Rogue.
Didn't like Storm.
Didn't like Storm. I really didn't like Logan. I'm sorry.
I get you.
I didn't like him. I've never liked Hugh Jackman as Logan at all.
Even Logan movie?
The movie was good,
Okay.
but I have to suspend my belief to watch it more than I need to. Like, I can watch John Wick and Keanu Reeves kicking ass. I can believe that. He did it in The Matrix. He knows Kung Fu.
Right.
But Hugh Jackman is Logan, which is always like something's off. Oh, he has rage. Fucking Mel Gibson had fucking rage. He was a better fucking Logan than him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Jack Nicholson was a better Logan than him.
Yeah. Damn, Jack Nicholson. That's interesting.
Mm,
That's interesting.
yeah. So
That's
fucking the fucking literal Wolverine, the wrestler
Yeah.
was a better Logan than him.
Oh, Benoit.
Yeah. Chris Benoit. Who's Canadian? Who's fucking Canadian?
Yeah.
A short, stocky, super built guy with ridiculous shoulders.
Right.
That was fucking Wolverine on the
that
we was watching
Wolverine.
wrestle.
God damn. Oh, well.
Then
Maybe
he
it's a
had
different
sharp ass teeth
universe.
for no reason.
Yeah.
Had me thinking that's what Canadians was like until South Park.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, Terry. Come on.
Oh, man.
So, yeah, like, I'm okay with the retiring of Hugh Jackman. I just hope they don't replace him with another incorrect,
Inaccurate.
yeah. Like, just
Yeah.
because he's built and he's handsome. First of all, Logan
Wolverine
is no
is
parts
not
in
handsome.
handsome.
Yeah.
He is not a ladies'
Always
man.
being rough and rough.
It's the
Right. Energy,
pheromones and
yeah,
shit that attract a woman. It was never, he's a debonair guy.
Right.
He's sophisticated.
No.
He's a gentleman.
Okay.
Logan is
Peace.
none of that. Logan is a blunt ass on your fucking dress. Are we going to the hotel or not?
Right.
Right.
That's Logan.
That's it.
And then afterwards, bitch, get out of here.
Yeah, I got shit to do.
Sabretooth is coming. I don't have time for you.
Right.
I mean, Logan is not a nice guy.
No.
And he was even the way he was with Jean was a little too much for me in those movies, at least.
Yeah.
It was like there's a balance, and he was all Jean. Oh, Jean.
Pussified.
Yeah, it was like no.
Well, we all know those movies wasn't. Yeah, you gotta take some of it for what it's worth, and then you get your little nostalgia from it and get it. I never liked the casting for the X-Men.
Nah.
Yeah, I never liked the casting. I did like Patrick Stewart as Professor X.
Yeah, he was good casting.
Yeah, I
if you build it around him and they say, well, we got him and he's expensive, we'll just throw everybody else in there.
Yeah,
everybody else, whatever.
Storm didn't have the African accent at all, so
no, dude, she be going in when she talked. She said, "Speak plainly. Who are you?"
Right? Yeah, like, excuse me. No, you listen to me. Storm on here is dope, even with and without her powers, man. She is definitely a Storm to deal with.
She is still a well-trained badass.
Yeah. Queen, that level of respect.
She grew up in the tribe as the goddess.
Yeah.
They treated her and revered her at that level, and she carries herself with that authority.
With nothing else, nothing less, dude. Nothing less. You speak to her, you speak to her with much respect or don't speak at all. So I love that.
And I still won't forget how she told off that councilman.
That was
She's like, don't think, just listen to what the hell I'm trying to
do. You want to die and not listen to me?
Right.
To me. Do you see me?
Exactly.
I'm a black woman. It's like, shut up. This shit is real. Oh my goodness.
Hilarious.
I'm the mother of your civilization.
Yes.
Listen to me. Yeah, that shit was wild.
So nah, man.
This show is real.
This show is dope. It's very mature. I'm very shocked on how mature. Like watching episode 5, I was like, dude, this shit's crazy, man. I'm really shocked on how mature this shit is with the love stories and everything else, the violence. This shit's dope, man. I really fuck with the X-Men. Look at that shit. That shit's dope.
Gambler's just so gangster with it.
And look, I ain't never seen him, do powers like that.
But his power was never based on size. He touches any atom.
It could
spreads through all of it.
Wow.
So they just like this happened, but it's not a thing that he has to be able to. If you got a big giant thing, he had to sacrifice himself to touch it.
Yeah.
He was hoping that he didn't have to do that, but that was the only way. He had to get close enough, and if he touched it, he was gonna die.
Right.
Because even if he tried to touch it and didn't get away, the explosion gonna be too big.
Right.
So he knew what he was getting into, and he did that to save Rogue. It was all about saving Rogue.
It's nuts.
Which was insane because it was like, all y'all motherfuckers. She lost both of them.
She lost both.
She lost both. She Cardi B right now. I'm sorry. If you know, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know what I'm saying? She lost them both.
Drop and give me 50.
So, I want to ask you, because I ain't talked to you in a minute.
Yes, sir.
Did you see Godzilla Kong?
No, I didn't.
What was the last thing you saw?
Godzilla -1.
No, not in that world, just in general.
No, that was one of the last things I saw theater-wise.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. I know I got to play catch-up because I was
catch up. There's some good shit out.
Okay.
And then right now, like I'm looking forward to seeing Monkey Man.
Monkey Man.
But I gotta see Monkey Man before Boy Kills World.
Okay.
Both of those.
So you want to see it before?
I have to.
Yeah.
Why?
Because I got a feeling that Monkey Man's gonna do it better. I think, like, if you think about how film Hollywood usually do it, a movie come out that's real, and then a movie come out that's commercialized in Hollywood.
Right.
I feel like Boy Kills World is the Hollywood version of Monkey Man.
That's
but
funny
they're the
you
same
say
shit.
that because I think The Crow is the fake version of Boy Kills World.
Well, it's the same dude.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's funny you said
Which is
that.
weird.
Yeah.
Why would you put?
You shouldn't be putting these thoughts in these movies for one.
Why
but
would you
yeah.
put the same actor in the same caliber of movie a year apart,
Right.
or not even a year apart?
Right.
Is it?
Like months apart.
And that does Crow come out this year?
I think so.
So that means this motherfucker in 3 movies in 1
The
year.
same, with the same typecasting.
That is wild.
Yeah.
That is wild.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's wild.
It's all good.
So we looking at those movies, right?
Yeah.
I feel like if you haven't seen it yet, you saw Godzilla Kong, right?
No, I did not see
The Next Empire. So if you see this movie, you already seen Planet of the Apes.
Okay.
And people who have saw this movie know what I'm talking about. You already saw Planet of the Apes if you saw Godzilla Kong. It's literally a whole segment that's just Planet of the Apes.
Oh
Oh,
wow.
really?
It's like it's done.
Is it connected with?
Of course not. Planet of the Apes is Planet of the Apes. They're like it's a totally different thing.
They ain't got no Kong?
No, they ain't got no Titans. No Titans. But Godzilla Kong has this segment where Kong goes and finds the other Titans like him, the giant apes.
Okay.
And when you get there, it's some real shit.
It's
real.
Okay.
Listen, the fights in this are WWE fucking no holds barred.
Uh-oh.
Attitude Era is in this movie.
Oh, damn.
When you, and I'm just gonna say this, for those who've seen the movie, you know, if On Sight was a Titan, it is in this movie. This motherfucker, wow.
Really?
Anybody can get it. Anybody get it. You show up, it's like, the fuck? You know who I am? I'm the Juggernaut, bitch.
Yeah.
He go at everything and everybody.
Okay.
Like this. It'd be like motherfuckers show up. It's like motherfuckers don't even see him yet. It'd be like, they come pulling up and he'd be like this. Like, you know how you walk into a room and somebody's standing in the corner?
Right.
This motherfuckers be walking in and they turn and he's like this. Wait! And literally it'd be like this. No. This shit is wild. You gotta see it. It's amazing to watch because they went there. This is the first movie where it ain't about the humans. It's not about the humans.
For real?
They are not there. They're just supporting
Now
actors.
that was the seller for me because I just hate movies like
This
that.
movie, the personalities are so there.
Okay.
Everybody is like, it's all Titan.
Let's go.
And these motherfuckers is going.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. If On Sight was a person, and then when the fight started straight WrestleMania,
Yeah.
they're doing WrestleMania.
Okay.
It's real.
Okay.
Motherfuckers on the sideline be like, yeah, like other Titans. It's wild. Bloodline show up and shit.
Oh shit.
It's wild. It's wild.
Shit.
Tag team.
Oh,
They was
shit.
tag team and tag me in, bro.
Oh
It's
shit.
wild.
Okay.
You gotta see it.
Love it.
You gotta see it. So that movie was good. What else is coming out right now?
I'm looking out for Civil War.
Man.
I'm looking out for Civil War.
Yeah, Civil War. You saw that movie, The Night with the Devil.
Yeah,
Late
Late
Night
Night with the
Late
Devil.
Night with the
Yeah,
Devil.
that's dope.
I want to see that.
Fly Nerd approved. Horror movie, independent. You know, low budget, but hey, they made their money back, so it's all good, man. Pretty dope movie. I forgot the dude named David. His last name, man. Funny guy.
That's Malian.
Yeah. Yep.
The director?
Nah.
No, he was
actor.
the actor. He
Oh,
was
the
the
guy
actor.
that was in Joker. And
Yeah, he was
in
in
Joker's
the
X-Men.
Ant-Man.
Right.
He was in the Ant-Man movie as that guy. Yeah.
Right. So,
And he's from here, so.
Oh, really?
oh, for real? Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, Chicago talent right there. So check that out. Yeah, Civil War. I want to check that out. I want to see what that do. And I don't know what else is
I've been hearing surprising good reviews about First Omen,
Mhm.
even though I ain't the biggest fan of
I don't
prequels.
know, man.
So I'm understand. This is when he says First Omen. We talking about Damien?
Yes.
I'm confused.
No, we're not.
This takes place in the 60s before the very first Omen movie.
But he had. Wait a minute. How?
Well,
But the whole point is that this is the devil's son.
right.
So this is the devil looking for a woman to get it on with.
This is rib,
Yeah.
Is that
or
what
you
this
going
is
out
about?
for ribs?
Okay, then.
And then there's...
Wait, this is what? What'd you say?
No, this is the devil basically...
Looking for the woman to plant,
Yeah.
to impregnate. That's the only thing it can be about, because the whole thing of the first movie was about him being born. So how can you suddenly do a movie prequel to that when this was about Damien? He was the Omen.
You know what? That's why I'm not into that. Like I said, I saw Late Night with the Devil. It's kind of original.
Yeah.
Even if you take the tropes, they took it into original modern type of approach with it, and I appreciate it. Shit like that, man. Look, when it comes to the Omen, I watch the whole thing, right? Like if I watch the first one, the movie doesn't end until dude die. Like, so that's the third or fourth movie, right? So yeah, it's a dedication.
But somehow he didn't die, because didn't he become president?
That was...
Yeah, that was the
Oh, that
third
was
one.
the third one.
Yeah, that's the third one. So yeah, I gotta watch the full thing. This shit, I will never watch this movie and then watch the rest of this Omen story. Like, you gotta be fucking shitting me. Nah, man, I'm good, man. It just looked
That's
like women.
interesting. What made them go back and do that?
I don't know.
So, go ahead.
Because, like, they do everything else.
True. But I know one joint that came out recently, that came out this past weekend, I want to check out. It's called Abigail, and that's an original joint.
I'm confused by that name because isn't that the name of the doll?
No, you thinking about Annabelle.
Oh, Annabelle, Abigail.
Nah, Abigail is about...
a vampire.
Yeah. And
That's trapped in a little somewhere.
Trapped
They
in
got kidnapped or something.
Mansion or whatever like that with a group of, kidnappers and such.
Idiots.
Yeah.
They kidnapped her?
Well,
they kidnapped.
Or did they? I thought that she was just in there as a vampire, just living in a place where she lived, and then they just happened to be in there on some bullshit.
I think they randomly kidnapped.
That's crazy. Why would you
Kidnap
kidnap a fucking child?
You got trapped with it.
I want to see that, but at the same time, I'm worried because like they've been trying to resurrect this vampire lore in these movies, and they've done so many attempts, but none of them has hit. They had the one with the ship.
The Last Voyage of Deadman.
That one.
Yeah.
Then before that, they had the It was another vampire one before that. What was it? The one Renfield.
Yeah, Renfield.
Oh,
that was just more.
Yeah,
but it
that
still
didn't
is
count.
it's the whole thing of vampires and the whole bringing
That
it back.
sucked too.
Right.
And it's 3 in a row within like a year apart.
Well, what attracts me to this though is the ensemble cast that's listed up in here. You got the GOAT Giancarlo Esposito up in here.
Oh, he's in this?
Yep. You got Dan Stevens from The Guest and who played Legion.
Okay.
You got old girl who was in Scream 5 and 6, Melissa Barrera. Who else? Speaking of X-Men and such, buddy who played the Blob. Kevin Durant, he's
I
up
saw
in
him
here.
in that.
And the young chick who played Stature in Quantum Mania, she's in there. And somebody else I can't think of right now. But yeah, I got a kind of thing where it's like I'm attracted to ensemble cast, and if you put like the right people in the right kind of roles, or people in roles where they usually don't play, it catches my attention.
Okay.
So that's what kind of made me want to check out Abigail. Now this right here, I'm really looking forward to seeing. It doesn't come out until September though. But Speak No Evil. It's called Speak No Evil.
Oh yeah, that's with
James
McAvoy. That looks very weird.
What was it about? What's the premise?
Somehow he comes across a family. They meet and then they decide, like they met while on vacation. He invites them back to their vacation home or their crib or whatever. So then they come back like later to visit them, and when they get there, they find out that they got this kid who's mute. And then like everything's cool, but slowly like these weird things start happening. Things that he says, James McAvoy and his wife, like, and then it starts to show that he's a very tyrannical, abusive motherfucker.
Yeah.
And then it turns out that their kid, he's telling people like, no, I'm not mute. Them motherfuckers cut my tongue out with scissors. He's constantly trying to show people, my tongue is cut out, motherfucker. I can't talk. And it's like, it's slowly revealing that he's and they're murderers, they're killers as a couple.
Now, side note, it's like when I'm looking at this trailer here, he doesn't look like James McAvoy, he looks like a Gerard Butler variant. Because look at how look at how he all jacked up and got the facial hair and stuff. It's like he look like he'd be Gerard Butler little brother or some shit.
I can see that.
I'm just saying.
See, this is having these moments.
Right.
And they looking like, the fuck wrong with you?
But see, it's also drawn too, because if you remember from the movies like Split and Glass,
Yeah,
he just went through those personalities,
and
like
those
he
emotions.
he could play those
Yeah.
layers. That's why
Yes.
this one intrigues me. Is like he can actually play this psycho.
Yeah, very well.
Yeah,
And a social path.
right.
Like you're functioning, but you lose it.
Right.
I was gonna tell y'all, outside of this, Giancarlo Esposito is on a series right now on Netflix. That is
Perish.
amazing.
Oh yes.
No, I'm talking about The Gentleman.
Oh, okay. I did see he's on that too.
The Gentleman is literally a spinoff from the movie The Gentleman by
Guy
Guy Ritchie.
Okay.
This
cool.
is produced by Guy Ritchie, and I tell you, this series is legit.
Uh-huh.
Guy Ritchie has some of the best dialogue. Guy Ritchie is first, then comes Quentin Tarantino, then comes Christopher Nolan, then comes John Carpenter. When it comes to this series, the dialogue is amazing. The first episode is probably the best I've seen on TV in a period.
Really?
It's amazing, like in terms of the way it's formatted, the way the structure of the story builds, the way it crescendos at the end, like the high point, the climax, it is amazing as a series. That's the movie right there. Then there's a series based around that movie.
It's on Netflix?
Yep. That's probably the one at the top. Yep. But Giancarlo Esposito is right now, if you like the first season, like it's starting out with him just a guy.
Right.
And he wants to buy the estate of this wealthy duke who has passed away, and the estate was passed on to his son.
Mm-hmm.
And his second son, not his first son. Turns out the first son was a coke snorting gambler.
Okay.
Who was in bad and had 24 hours or whatever time to produce this money before these mobsters come and cut his dick off.
Wow.
So
Guy Ritchie style.
Yeah. And the rest is just like, it's so masterfully developing, and it becomes like this crazy, like where this guy who was normal, he worked for the UN, he was a soldier, but his family pulls him back because they was like, well, the estate is yours because dad left it to you, not the first son. And so you got to figure out what to do with this estate, which he finds out is not a great estate. It's like it's a estate that's in debt because the father was old and wasn't taking care of business. But what he found out was, just like the series, they got a guy, there's a weed developer, a weed distributor who grows weed under the estate.
Oh.
The same development that the dude from the movie was doing.
Okay.
Remember, he sold it.
Yeah.
These are the people he sold it to.
Oh, touche.
So the people he sold it to, this is the guy who owns one of the estates who took it from his old man after he died.
Oh, shit.
And the shit just go crazy from there on. And while he's trying to be level-headed and trying to be normal, he's slowly going deeper and deeper into this world full of mobsters and drug dealers and fucking goons and henchmen. And he's got to figure this world out.
Yeah.
And it's like the way it's done is so great because he's not trying to, but by necessity to protect his brother who's on the chopping block.
You have to go.
He got to figure this shit out because he got to come up with the money, but the estate ain't got enough money. So he's going to the drug dealers like, look, because they came to him was like, well, we had business with your dad. And he was like, well, I don't give a fuck. I'm about to sell this place because I need the money. And it was like, well, that's not a good idea. He said, are you threatening me? And she was like, no, but it's not good business to not, you know. And he was like, well, whatever. He ain't scared because he's a soldier.
Right.
But he was like, I'm got to take care of my brother, so fuck what you talking about.
Right.
If the place is sold, you asked out either way. So you ain't going to do shit because that's bad for you either way.
Right.
So he played a card, so then she just had to work with him. And next thing you know, he got support when he's stepping up to other people, and it just get crazy. And it's only one episode I saw.
Okay.
All this was one episode. That's
and
how
the whole season is out?
Yeah, the whole season is on Netflix.
Okay. Okay.
It is great cinema. And this is from the guy who told you that the Halo series was good.
That's true.
Listen to me.
All right. So since we got you here and we talk about Netflix, did you see the Good Times trailer?
I'm not watching. No.
You're not watching it?
No.
Yes.
No.
We broke down and watched it. just to see how it was. Just to see. And yeah, you're right.
No, I already knew.
You're right.
There's a couple of things that go into this, right? First of all, the people who were behind it did not support other people who were trying to give authenticity to it.
Exactly.
So that automatically lends me to like,
yeah.
Are you?
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm not gonna support it because I don't even want them to think that you gotta capitalize off of these pillars of black culture and not give it its due diligence.
Right.
Same reason why the Boondocks ain't on TV.
Right.
You know, Aaron McGruver bowed out and said, "Don't fuck with it."
Right.
I ain't fucking with it.
Right.
So this was like questionable for me,
mm-hmm.
and I was like, I don't think I want to support it. Besides the fact that, granted, the other series didn't do well with when they got rid of James. I've always felt some kind of way about that history as well.
Okay.
Right.
And so I was like, you know, there's a lot of things behind that historically that are questionable. And if we ain't behind it, I think our stories are ours. And if we gonna tell them, great. But it's time for us to stop letting people incorrectly tell our stories because this is a part of the narrative that becomes a part of pop culture. And then we wonder why people treat us a certain way in society.
Right.
We're allowing them to control these negative connotations.
Right.
And we know they ain't gonna give us a strong black father in it.
Nah. Dude was bogus. The kids was the whole show was bogus. It perpetuated every stereotype that you can imagine.
Which is the opposite
is the opposite of the show. It really went deep into just like everything was, and even from baptism and the whole church choir, like all that shit, man. I'm just watching this shit like in the crib, like, dude, this is not even real. Like, it's very
I'd rather
fucked up.
watch Chainsaw Man.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's funny that you mentioned Boondocks too, because it was one part of that episode we unfortunately watched where they tried to do a little kung fu segment. It was like,
Yeah,
Good
that was
Times?
Boondocks.
It was very boondockish too. Yeah,
And that's my thing. Like,
yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Now, if you told me that Donald Glover was behind it,
That's different,
right?
You know, that's
If
different.
you told me that, what's your boy from Black Panther? Ryan Coogler was behind it.
Kooks.
You know, if you told me Bo, what's his name, from the X-Men series was behind it.
Right, that's different.
Right.
That's different.
But that's my thing. It's like there is a very distinct difference between the stories that are written by us about us and when other people write those stories. There's nuance and context that people outside of this world cannot relate to. And when they try to write it, it'd be like, what is that?
Right.
That's not it. And you think about all the movies that Cube was in. And I don't mean to take away from Cube. All the movies that that Kevin Hart was in.
Right.
Like there's like you can see the flaws. They're culturally. I mean, it's the same flaws that are inside of like these movies where they always portray white people a certain way. And I ain't never met a white guy like that. You know what I'm saying? These movies that have you believing white guys don't cheat. Oh, that doesn't happen. White guys are quick. You know, and I'm over that. I'm just over that whole bad tropiness, that whole falsehood, that whole narrative. So no, don't bring me into the world of Good Times, a family living in the projects doing their best to make it.
Exactly.
Don't bring me into that and you won't know what the projects are. And now with projects being dismantled in most major cities, then what is the basis for your understanding of projects? From books? What are you basing the concept of the projects from? What are you basing the struggles that they're going through from? Is it take place in modern times or the past?
Right.
Is it the present or the past?
No, it's the
It's
It's the present.
So where they at?
They're the new Evans
But where?
in the projects.
What project? Ain't no projects in Chicago.
I don't give a fuck where. That's
You know,
where they
I'm
at.
just saying.
Singing with roaches and shit. The motherfucker open up singing with roaches.
What?
Singing the good time theme with roaches.
With roaches.
Yeah. All right, we record now.
So I was just trying to see.
Yeah.
Okay, so check this out. I had this whole thing that I would write for Wolverine, for Logan, that the reason why Sabretooth, that why Creed is after him, is because, and the whole reason why they got this blood feud that don't seem to want to end is because they were lovers. And that's why Creed killed his woman. I was supposed to be the one, the only one. You runt. You know, and then Chauncey was like, I don't really like that, right?
Yeah.
And I said, nah, but watch this. So the whole thing was that, you know, like it was Emma Frost projecting that in his head.
Oh,
to confuse him about himself.
That's dirty work. That's nasty work. That's nasty work. That's just like Sinister. That's nasty work.
And then, so you got this whole issue where it's like Sabretooth is coming after Logan, and Logan is having this image in his head that he's saying shit about their relationship, and Logan is like, the fuck you're talking about?
Yeah.
I don't what the fuck, no. I don't love you. The fuck, you're crazy. You know? And Sabretooth's like, I was supposed to be the one.
Right.
You told me there would be no one else. You said it was just a fling. It was a moment. You know, and Logan is like, you're crazy. Like, you know, stop it. You know.
Tormented.
Yeah, but it's Emma Frost fucking with him.
That's hard.
That's what I would write.
That's tough.
We got to put these people in some challenging situations that are outside of the norm.
That's a challenge.
Everybody has Logan accidentally kill somebody. Oh, why did I do that? 100 times in my life. Like, why are you still shocked by this shit, my nigga? You got blades for hands and they come out at a moment's notice.
Yeah.
A fly lands on you, you slice it. Like, in your sleep. So it's like, make it interesting. What would be a challenge to Logan? Have him a challenge to who he is as a person.
Okay.
Instead of it being about him killing people, make it like the whole, like remember, he's very passionate when it comes to love.
Absolutely.
Make it about him and Sabretooth. Confuse the fuck out of him. You know what I'm saying? You want to see Logan hop on a motorcycle and go? That would be it. And then he's somewhere confused about his shit while they fucking taking over the fucking mansion because his ass left.
So you'll be happy if that was the first story of Wolverine for the MCU.
No. I said a story in the comics.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Just like they had these stories in the comics, like these shorts. These
random one-offs.
Yeah, these random stories of just some shit. Emma Frost fucking with Logan because why not? Right? Because they always have Logan getting hypnotized or manipulated and he kills a bunch of X-Men.
Right.
He does all these things, but like never things like, where's his challenge?
Right.
The greatest challenge that Logan could ever have is with himself, to doubt and question his own reality more than what he has already done, to the point where he's questioning who he is for real. So now he's questioning, wait a minute, did I really love this woman or was it always about, I did it to hurt you? Like, she meant nothing to me, but you betrayed me first.
Right.
You and fucking who? Who was he fucking with? Like, who did he cheat on Logan with?
Who
did he cheat on Logan? Who did Sabretooth cheat on Logan with? It had to be somebody good. It had to be, what's dude with the,
Cyclops?
What? What? Okay, that's weird. No, I was talking about one of the not Deadpool. Actually, Deadpool would work.
Deadpool will be ignorant.
Deadpool will work actually.
So if he cheat on,
that's what she's putting in his head. So she's creating this whole psychosis. Remember, Sabretooth is coming after his ass to kill him, but he keeps having this. He's hearing different than what he's actually saying.
Right.
And he's saying, I'll kill you, you fucking run, I hate you. And he's hearing, I love you. You were my man. It's just like, the fuck is happening?
Oh, Lord.
Speaking of sexy Magneto. Prince Magneto. Oh my goodness.
Hey, yo, man.
Hey, Prince went to the X-Men and served them pancakes.
Right. Blouses.
Right. Would you like some pancakes?
Oh, goodness.
That's some funny shit.
All right. So, yeah, that's X-Men. X-Men, man. We still got more to come. So, we're going to be talking about it each week because I think it's going to be some heavy shit moving forward.
Oh, yeah.
So, we talked about good times. Fuck that shit. Now, you always talked about watch Halo, which I did start watching.
Yes.
Have you seen Fallout?
I haven't started it yet. That's on my list to watch.
That's very good.
Really?
Very good.
Yeah,
You saw it?
very.
Actually, it was an instant binge, man. Like, I ended up just pressing play, and before I know it, was episode 5. So I was like, all right, just let it keep rolling.
That's 2 video games turned series in a row.
Yeah, yep.
Yep.
With good content. Now, I never played Fallout, the video game, before.
You don't have to play it because it ain't nothing to it.
All right, yeah. All right. I mean, it's first person.
Not to the people who play the game, but I mean, it's straightforward. It's apocalypse. It's post-apocalyptic.
Right.
You come out of the shelter, and it's a world that exists that you didn't know.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. And the character, she was in the vaults, Vault 33, and pretty much it was like the perfect world set up a little bit. And
the vault.
In the vault. Right. But then that comes with dirty politics and stuff on how that was developed and everything. Just like how jail systems and all of that, how corporations buying this stuff out. And, you thinking like, oh, all this apocalyptic, how does all this happen? Well, it was Amazon, nigga. It was the same corporation that bought the vault. They got to have a reason to use the vault. So, they typically went to a whole thing of setting off bombs on our own. And
to justify the value of the vault.
Exactly. And, they have people, celebrities sign up for it. And, you go for it. And, they built this old little perfect community in false livelihood, you know what I mean? And once you get out the vault and you see the real world for what it is, just like anything else, you take your ass up out of Beverly and live on the 9th for a second. We'll see how that life goes.
How you feel now?
Yeah, how you feel about life now. So that's typically it, and a lot of other twists and turns and characters and stuff. Like I said, I never played the video game, so I'm not familiar with everyone or anything, or even with the story if it's relatable with the video game.
There's been quite a few Fallouts, so it's not like every Fallout has the same premise, but it's not the same Fallout.
Okay,
because it's different places you come out.
Okay,
different characters, and so yeah.
All right. Well, cool.
There's multiple of those vaults.
I just liked it. I like because it get into the vote and get into the politics and get into some crazy shit. And, you know, is adult too, you know what I mean? So it's got the action in it, very very visceral, bloody, gory stuff too. So it's pretty
so syndicated series are in their prime. We're finding like that these series are really finally like good. Like they found their mojo.
Right. They really finding it, and that's why I'm saying with the other companies is like Amazon, for example, is just hitting, you know, and then you got The Boys, you got Invincible, you got Jack Reacher,
yep.
You got Fallout now that could go on and on and on as Apocalypse, you know what I mean? It's like another version of Last of Us, but a little bit cooler, a little bit more upbeat, man.
More entertaining.
Yeah, more entertaining.
A lot more going on.
Yeah, a lot more going on. So
Fallout is not as depressing as The Last of Us.
Yeah. No, it's not. It can be, but they kind of niched it a little bit in some of the story, but it's not that at all. So yeah. What do you think, Chauncey?
Oh, I loved it. I love the concepts. I love the action, the violence, the gore. I especially love the performances. Shout out to Walton Goggins, because it seems like every other role this man touched, he can make it happen.
He was the ghoul.
Yeah, he was the ghoul. He was the Red Skull looking cowboy character, basically. But no,
he played that role though.
Yeah, he did play a role big time.
I like him in all his stuff, but I really liked him in Predators.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
He was great in Predators.
Yeah.
He was like, "Hey, fuck that! Somebody give me a fucking gun." I mean, he was mad as hell. He was like, "This is some bullshit."
And you got a lot of appearances in this series too. Kyle MacLachlan's up in here. Michael Rappaport makes an appearance.
Yeah, yep.
Even freaking Eric Estrada.
Yeah.
Oh, shout out to Eric Estrada. I've met him before. I smoked some cigars with him.
Oh,
Fred Armisen. You got a good handful of people who appear in this show.
Okay.
So it's
a win.
Oh yeah, definitely Fly Nerd certified.
Yeah,
I'm happy.
Definitely.
I'm so happy.
Definitely.
We are getting some good shit.
Yeah, we are. And like I said at the top of the show, the tides have turned, man. We are at the winning streak. We don't apologize for shit. We don't cut no corners. This is us, and we're getting popular than the popular is supposed to be popular. Now what's popping?
This is our time now.
Yeah, it's our
Down
time.
here.
It's here. It's the Fly Nerd way. And it's always going to be that way. It always was that way. Y'all just catching up. You know what I mean? So, speaking of which, what y'all want to talk about? You want to talk about MC the battle, or you want to talk about? I want
to hear WWE.
Man,
okay, let's get into
WrestleMania. Let's drop up about Mania, man.
Let's go ahead. Top of the turnbuckle. Man. This is the moment where we get into wrestling news and.
What did you think about the match with The Rock? It doesn't matter what you think about The Rock.
You're the final boss, and you say so right.
That's right.
I had to do it.
Final boss.
But no, man. I mean, Mania was truly something amazing because this is the first big pay-per-view, or shall I say, premier live event in the Paul Levesque era, the Triple H era, because this is the first WrestleMania that isn't run by McMahon.
So that's official.
Yeah, this is official.
It's official.
And
he needed The Rock to help him still.
Yep.
Well, get into the business. Rock has... you're a jackass, Starscream. You really are.
I'm just
The
saying.
Rock got the deal with TKO, in which he made $9.5 million out this deal too, off the back end payment of WrestleMania and everything. So he made the deal with TKO. TKO let him know that they was buying WWE, and he's going to be one of the chairmen of the board. Yep. So that pretty much put The Rock in the placement. But I think The Rock is smart with this because in addition to he got title royalties to his name. So before then, he was going as Dwayne Johnson on media and stuff like that. He couldn't do the Rock moniker. He couldn't even do the eyebrow. You know what I mean? Because he don't own that. He don't own the IP. So now, since he owned the IP, I feel like he went back and rejuvenated himself as this heel Rock. And hey, it ended up propelling wrestling to the other thing. Vince McMahon got the way out. And hey, they even saying pro wrestling, like the terminologies are changing.
I noticed that.
Yeah.
I noticed. That's all because they all came together.
Yeah, it's all
Which is
came
what
together.
Paul Heyman was speaking about when he took his induction speech.
For the Hall of Fame. Yeah.
And he was like, yo, this is, you think this ain't still the same?
Yeah, and he said we about to bring it. They're about to bring it. And with that deal, he made a deal with Netflix next year where WWE may be going. I think Raw is going. I don't know about SmackDown and the other shows yet.
They all have different contracts.
But they all have different contracts. So that's what Triple H was saying. Like, after SmackDown contract is over, we're going to be in the... You know Netflix going to be like, come on, let's bring it home.
But Raw was the show. Raw was the one that was bringing in the bucks.
Oh, yeah. That's the top show.
It was
That's
Raw.
the top show.
SmackDown was there, but Raw was the one.
But SmackDown got Cody Rhodes, and he the one that won the WrestleMania. So if you still want to bring the attraction there.
Will it, though?
The Rock is gone. What else is there?
I mean, but will Cody Rhodes bring the audience? Will he really? Is he really interesting?
No.
If he's finishing the story is finished. What the fuck else do I want to see?
The Rock.
I'm just saying. Like, they set that up, and it was weird when I was hearing that promo. I'm like, finish the story. Like, then what?
The story continues. I don't know. Look, he finishes. So let's get into WrestleMania for it.
Go ahead. So basically, we had like a 2-night event.
First time, right?
Yep. Well, no.
It was last year?
No, they had the last couple of years for 2 nights. Well, for this night...
I never watched the 2 nights.
Mm-hmm.
Me neither.
Well, for the 2 nights that they had here, for night 1, your big main event was the battle of...
The Bloodline and...
the Bloodline, and then Cody and Seth Rollins.
Right.
Such a weird combo.
Right. But it turned out to be a great tag team match. It filled up all your drama, all your energy and stuff like that. A lot of back and forth action going or what have you. But the final boss and the tribal chief, they came up on top. They beat him. And the way they beat him is like you saw your faces, your top baby faces, and Seth and Cody just down on the dumps, distraught, and just like they just went through Infinity War.
For
and like
nothing.
Thanos was just like, nah, fuck that, I'm taking that from all y'all.
Flip, snap.
Right. And they just like, now what? So now Cody got to go into night 2 in the main event with Roman Reigns.
Under bloodline stipulations.
Which anything goes.
Which is pretty much anything goes.
Which is the only way I would have respected him winning at all is if he made it through bloodline rules. Because if you can't beat him through bloodline rules, you don't deserve the title.
So what that mean?
Nobody has beat him. Roman Reigns wins.
Well, that's a classification of cheating, pretty much.
Yes, but that's well, here's the thing. If it's 2 against 1 and you got to survive, then you got to fucking survive.
Well, that's
true. You can't say, "Oh, I'm just gonna give up." I'm just not gonna do it. No. Don't say you want the title bad and you ain't willing to do what it takes. He's not that type of fighter, and that's why I never was a fan of Cody. And I didn't really like Cody when he was imitating his big brother and his dad. I hated all that.
Oh, he was
I hated all
Stardust.
that whole period. I'm not a fan of that. I don't like Cody. And I mean, respect to him and his legacy, but like, he's one of the many people he did not live up to his father's name. He hasn't. He ain't bringing it. He ain't charismatic. He's not cool.
He's not.
He's not hype.
He's not.
He does nothing for the business, in my opinion, personally.
Right.
But I think a lot of it is that they're trying to support him because of his dad.
His legacy.
Right.
Yeah. Which is not fair.
Once again, that's them shoving, putting people into the spotlight that doesn't belong.
No.
But I think in due time, based off how this title run stuff's going to go with Cody, I think he's going to do somewhere, even if they do turn him heel, while he's a champion.
If he make it that long.
So who's the gutter, who's the guys that should be this new era? So, all right, after this, WrestleMania, The Rock he's gone. He's gone. He's going back to Hollywood. And
CM Punk gone again.
CM Punk is, he got to recover, but he's gone.
He got shows to do. No, I mean, not CM Punk. I mean, John Cena.
John Cena gone.
CM Punk will be back once he heals.
Cena said this is not the end. This is not the end of his era too. He got one more to do before he retire at 50. So
that's what he say.
That's what he say.
Until DC blow up. Right. And then he too busy like everybody else.
That's different. That's different. Right. But I can't wait till that happens. But that's gonna be fun. But so he's gone. So pretty much all the stars is gone. So this new era is pretty much like Cody Rhodes, even Seth MacFarlane. Seth.
Whoa,
he's gone too. Yeah, I still got this good time on my mind, man. Fuck that dude.
But Seth Rollins, Cody Rhodes. These are all the people that they pushed on you.
Yeah.
The people that they not pushing on you, the Drew McIntyre.
Right.
These are the people I want to see.
Okay.
Like you got Damian Priest.
Damian Priest.
Yeah.
World heavyweight
champion. He ain't gonna keep that.
He's not gonna keep it?
Drew about to.
You think Drew gonna get it back?
Dude, this is what they need. If they talk about they want to bring that era back, Drew gotta let cut loose and they gotta let Drew do it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
If they don't let Drew do it, I'm gonna tell you that it's the fuck Triple H era.
All right. Because
this is his chance.
This is his chance.
They didn't do it. Drew McIntyre for 10 years has been treated like a nobody.
Yeah. And why is that? Is that because
he's a badass?
Why are they restraining? Because there's still a Kevin Owens that has.
They legitimately restrain the badasses because they can't control them, so they don't let them have the shot. That's the whole game. If you can't control the guy, and if you give him the title, he will legitimately keep that title for a long time.
Right.
You're not going to give it to the guy that's not going to let you lose.
But Roman Reigns cheats.
That was all a part of script, though.
Well, why he get to hold the title?
I wager a part of that was because of the fact that he's sick. I wager that this is giving him a long run so he can retire on with a legacy.
Okay.
Because anybody who makes the sacrifice in the WWE gets some type of benefits.
Yeah.
So for example, remember what's the Mexican the guy from Spain or whatever?
Rey Mysterio?
No. This was he was just he turned into this goofy guy that would just come out there. And I remember he was fighting in a match. And he had his whole lip split when what was that guy's name? But after he got injured, they just let him have casual, non-serious matches, and he just come out there for lack of a better word,
like Doink or something.
Yeah, not that bad. But what is it? The awesome.
Miz.
Truth. R-Truth and Miz.
Yeah.
They're there because of the legacy of what they've done for the company before. Right. Not because of what they bring to the table today.
Right.
At one point, they actually thought the Miz was going to become the next guy.
Yeah,
because of his charisma and his persona. But
what happened with that?
He didn't do it. He did it for a while, but he couldn't hold on to it. He didn't have enough.
Right.
And the same thing, RJ Truth has paid his dues. He continuously played the goof and played the loser, losing to people for no reason, coming in playing dumb in the middle of a Royal Rumble. And they said, well, keep doing that and we're going to keep paying you. So then they give you the title.
Act like a nigga get paid.
It was an exhibition title. That's why they gave it to you almost like, here, we love you. Yeah, this is a new era. We're going to give it to all the guys who we never give it to. RJ Truth, R-Truth is over 50 right now, ain't he?
Right. Yeah. Wow. This is his first win.
His first one.
First win.
And I'm supposed to respect that?
Well, it's first.
Get into it. Let's get into it. Yeah. Let's go.
Why would I respect that?
Let's go.
It's the Triple H era. What's different?
Because remember, some time back with the whole thing with Kofi Mania.
Oh,
They did all that preaching about, he ain't got no shot run, 11 years and this and that. You let him get his WrestleMania moment, let him get his win. Cool. Then a couple months later, you got him fighting Brock Lesnar. Lose it in 8 seconds. 8 seconds. You couldn't give that man 5 minutes. You give him 8 seconds.
Which is what they just did to Drew McIntyre. They just did that to Drew. So if they don't let him cut up, because remember, part of Drew's persona is his attitude and his anger. He lacks control.
Mm-hmm.
So that means he's about to be angry.
Yeah.
So that means if you don't let him go off, let him come in like again, when I was talking about the fact that Stone Cold did that whole episode, middle finger and Brock doing everything to everybody, the stunner, just all through the whole fucking show.
Yeah.
Drew gotta be so mad on some CM Punk sitting in the middle of the ring shit. Which was not scripted, by the way.
Yeah, no, it
CM
wasn't.
Punk was sitting in the middle of the ring, and they would stall, turn on the camera, trying to get him to leave, and he wouldn't.
Nope.
So they had to turn on with him in the middle of the ring. They wouldn't even give him a mic. Remember that?
Yeah.
They wouldn't even give him the mic. Yeah. And then they finally gave him the mic, and they wouldn't turn it on.
Exactly.
This is what we need. So let Drew McIntyre go. Let him be mad, and him just start rampaging, beating the shit out of anybody he can touch. I'm beating the fuck out of everybody till I get my title. You gonna give me my title back. Give me my match.
So you wasn't impressed with WrestleMania. No. What about Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair and Naomi?
That was a very nice match. I mean, of course, nice 3 lovely black ladies throwing around and doing their little super wrestling stuff and what have you.
Okay.
But no, for real, it's great to see just us, cooking like that.
Okay.
So you was happy to see not what's his name? Your boy.
Who?
Bobby Lashley.
That was cool. Because Bobby gets
that holds Bobby back.
Why? I mean,
because Bobby's another one that if they really let him go, he would murk most people in the ring.
And he was in, like I told
Kaz
earlier.
I agree.
He was
I totally
before,
agree.
A couple years back.
Yeah.
He was champion before.
Because I asked, was he ever champion before? How long was his reign? Because he looked like a component. That looked like Brock Lesnar would have to take him down.
If they let Bobby beat Bobby, like some of these guys could really, really, really run shit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But they don't give them the opportunity because they can. And it's under the guise of they're not ready, they're not good enough. But
then they give Lil Cody the heavyweight championship or some shit.
Well, that's legacy, and that's what I said. If they want to do that, that's fine. But you're not going to tell me Cody is going to... Like, number one, I wasn't even buying him beating...
The Rock.
No, not The Rock.
Roman.
Beating Roman that way. I didn't see it. I didn't see that happening. I don't see it.
And wait, the way on WrestleMania?
Yeah, that WrestleMania win, I did not honor it. Because you telling me that Roman can spear this little guy that many times and he can still come back and do that move to him a bunch of times and suddenly it's over.
Yeah.
That's too... I need more realism.
In addition to not only all those spears, but his cousin Solo giving him
spike.
Yeah, spike in the throat.
Yeah, which ends everybody.
Yeah, right.
Twice, right?
That's determination.
Why? No, man.
Determination.
Where's it been all this time?
Hey, man, WrestleMania. Hey, Undertaker can't be beaten. You can't beat Undertaker.
But that was real, though. They couldn't beat Undertaker when he was in his prime. Yeah. He literally could not be beat.
He wasn't.
Like Undertaker, remember, he had more stamina than everybody else.
True.
He was bigger than everybody else, and he could wrestle.
True.
So they had, remember, that was Shawn Michaels' whole point. He was like, I can out-stamina you, and he didn't.
He went 3 times against
He tried.
He tried.
He could
Triple
not.
H tried twice, I believe.
Yeah.
Who else had it? Rock, Stone Cold.
Who was it that beat him? That was Brock, right?
That was Brock, but that was forced. That was forced. I don't even count. That was Vince.
Well, number one, it was older Undertaker.
Well, that's true too.
Undertaker should have retired long before.
If you see that match was
sad
stressful.
because you could see he was not even there in the same condition physically that he was in before. That was unnecessary, and it was like, again, that's them with the business.
But he kept getting up. That was him still fighting and getting up.
He tried, yeah.
And
but he didn't need that loss.
Nah, he didn't. I don't count it now since Vince McMahon been erased, like the snaps.
You taking that away?
I'm taking that away with Vince.
There's a lot of fights that, if you really watch it, you can see where the real power gets shut down, and they almost like they flick the switch and let that guy win.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where CM Punk used to say, "Nah,
Right.
I'm not letting that guy win unless he can beat me.
Hey, he was surreal because I mean John Cena was champ for like years and years, and that story was never going anywhere. So he had it right. And I don't know. So I wasn't when it come to Jade Cargill, I even watched her after WrestleMania and stuff.
Again.
All she do is a kick and the power move, man. They really need to get her moving forward.
Her a little bit more.
No, they need to let her go. She's already developed. She's already been a badass before she came to the WWE. Just because she's new to the WWE doesn't mean that she can't do the shit she was already doing. That's also where they fail. When a person comes to WWE, they act like, oh, this is a new wrestler. No, it's fucking not.
Right.
We know who the fuck that is.
Right.
Let them cook.
Right.
But they make them get into these
safe spaces.
Yeah, she's not. No, she can murk people.
Yeah.
And she didn't. And I was disappointed in that because I know what she can do.
I just want to see her and Nia Jax go at it.
I would like to
somebody whose power can match.
Yeah.
And maybe she can cut a little loose.
Right.
We shall see. I'm waiting to see what this Triple H era looks like. But I'm telling you, Drew McIntyre is one of the main people I'm watching. If Drew McIntyre doesn't get his due, he don't have to win the title back, but he has to go on a rampage. If they don't let him go on a rampage,
they're going to try to push McIntyre and CM Punk. That's what they're trying.
That's cool, but that doesn't stop Drew McIntyre from being Drew McIntyre. Nah. Drew McIntyre will go at CM Punk and go after the title at the same time.
Yeah.
Drew McIntyre will go after anybody that supports whoever has the title.
Yeah. Right.
Drew McIntyre is that kind of guy.
I agree.
He will be like the rattlesnake. He will go after everybody.
Yeah, I agree.
And he'll go in the ring with all of them at the same time and slaughter them.
Right.
That's why I'm mad. Like, Drew McIntyre is fucking vicious. I compared him to actually to Sid Vicious in terms of the way his presentation is. Where like when Sid Vicious came around, people was like, oh shit.
Right.
Oh shit.
When I first saw Sid back in the day when I was younger, I was like, Jesus Christ, who is this?
Like just automatically right. It. And that's Drew. You see it. You look like this dude look like he would tear your head off. And you know he could. He big as shit.
Right.
Dude is huge.
Right.
And they just be treating him like he can get beat by like lesser men. And it's like, nah, I need these people to get their due. You can give Cody a title, great. How long will Cody keep it with all these hungry people right now?
Not so long. That's the thrill.
We already said Bobby Lashley.
Mm-hmm.
You already got Randy Orton. We waiting in the wings.
He wants it back. He wants it again.
LA Knight that they pushing.
Yeah.
Kevin Owens.
And Kevin Owens has had the title before.
Yeah.
And I think that Kevin Owens is one of those examples of a real wrestler because he don't rely on physique and extra visual.
Man, he's rugged.
Just come in and go.
He's rugged.
He just come in and go. He is the Steve Austin of the shit.
Right.
And he was doing that for a minute, and then they blocked him and cut him.
Yeah.
Tied him up and bound his hands. Like they do that because they don't realize they have a story that they're creating, that they're curating. But a part of this is that it's reality too. It's reality TV at its best.
Yeah.
So if you don't allow us to say, you know what, this story is cool, but we really paying attention to Kevin Owens right now. So let Kevin Owens go and do his thing. Right. No, they want to keep the script and push Kevin Owens back. Well, if I just got interested in Kevin Owens because it's an amazing thing he did in his one match, I want to see more, but then you don't give it to me.
Right.
We just saw Drew McIntyre win. And I want to see more of that. And if you take it from me, and I definitely don't want to
It was a very short-lived win, though.
Well, but I don't think that was scripted either. I think that
was the cash in?
I think that was a legit cash in. And the reason why I think that is because the way he came out there, and even CM Punk, if you look,
he didn't know.
No, he kind of turned his head like, is he about to come out?
Yeah, he about to come out. Oh,
yeah.
And he looked like, all right.
Yeah, it was like, oh shit.
All right.
And CM Punk don't play that acting shit.
Nah, he don't.
So when he saw that was his reaction, like, oh,
yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see what happens. And at first, I wasn't sure that Drew was going to lose. I wasn't sure.
I agree with that. I thought it was going to be a fight.
But he was actually spent. He was exhausted.
Because I said that Damien was either going to cash if Drew won or Seth.
I thought he was going to do it on Cody.
No, because Cody had to have his moment.
Right.
So what? And then just take it. Just take it.
They wasn't gonna let that happen. The truth is that was probably the best chance he was gonna get at getting a title from somebody.
Right.
There was not gonna be a better moment.
No.
Because he was in the middle of that shit and he was distracted and CM Punk and all that.
Right.
And so he was out of his game. There was never gonna be a moment where Drew was gonna be out of it like that again. Mm-hmm. So if you didn't do it then, it wasn't gonna be with Drew. If you couldn't do it with Cody, because that wasn't gonna happen, and with Seth Rollins, that shit was weird.
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't think that would have happened. Plus, what happened with Seth really?
No, he's got a bad knee. He's got a prolonged bad back.
So what does that mean?
He's gonna be out for.
So then he lost the title for that reason.
Yeah.
For injuries.
So that. See,
and he probably won't come back as full time.
That's my thing, though. It's like these people, the way they stage it. Like, if you know he injured, so they give him a chance to go all the way to WrestleMania, great. Mm-hmm. But legitimately, could someone have beaten him before now? 100%.
But that's the thing. They keep these titles, and that's how I feel. It's like the titles used to be thrown up on Raw and SmackDown all the time. It's like, this a title match?
WrestleMania is Sunday. Saturday night's main event. Randomly, somebody loses the title.
Yeah, right.
And you be like, oh shit, it's gonna be a totally different WrestleMania.
Exactly.
Right.
What happened to that? What happened to the unexpected?
And
now you can if you
can
can predict what's gonna happen, it's like everybody was.
And that's the problem, and that's how I do because we spoke about this on WFNG Fly Nerd Radio. But there's a lot of predictability. There's a lot of choreographed wrestling matches that's going on, and yes, it is scripted, and I love it. You know what I mean? Like, look, the wrestling, the Rock match, I felt it. I was into the whole wrestling story of it, and it was cool. It was cool because the rest of that shit didn't even have a thicker story like that. You know what I mean? Even with the Drew McIntyre and the CM Punk, it was cool, but since CM Punk couldn't wrestle, couldn't do anything, it only going to go so far. Right. So Damian Priest come and take it. I kind of like Judgment. I like Rhea Ripley. You know what I mean? So I fuck with her.
I don't like the rest of them.
Finn Balor used to be cool.
They played him too in the early on, but he's a small guy.
Yeah.
So he has to really go hard.
Yeah.
And that's hard for him to keep up.
Mm-hmm.
Damian Priest, is he good?
Damian Priest is decent.
Is he championship worthy? Is he championship worthy?
No, not to me. Not when you got Drew McIntyre. I'm sorry. Like,
all right, well, who else on the roster?
But that's my point. That's all that matters right now. You putting this guy in the sights of Drew McIntyre.
Okay.
You had him go and take the title.
Okay.
What happens next? Drew's supposed to just drop out and say, "Oh well, good."
Yeah,
no,
right.
Now you gonna have some real. Now you got to earn that shit.
Okay.
Right.
And if they don't let him earn it, because who gets the first right of refusal for a title? Who gets it? Drew won it.
Right. It's usually the champion who lost, which is Drew.
No, it's who Drew lost to because that was WrestleMania. That was the official match.
No, I mean that's what I mean.
But Seth out the game, so
that's what I'm saying. The whole thing is weird.
Yeah.
So they have to play it a little different. That's what I'm saying. Let him cut loose. Fuck that title. He just won blood now.
Okay.
He pissed.
All right.
He just won blood, and I can believe that. But if he gonna play by the rules right now, after this dude came in and took his title that way, no, I'm not trying to take the title from you. Not yet. I'm gonna beat the shit out of you every time I see you.
Just cause. Right, yeah, I will be on that. Yeah.
Every time this dude comes out to a ring, I'm coming and interrupting your promo.
Yeah, right.
I'm interrupting your matches.
Right.
I'm getting you disqualified. I'm getting you beat.
Right.
Keep the title, but I'm gonna make sure you get disqualified and beat the fuck out.
Right.
Every time until I get my title. And I'm gonna stretch that. I mean, this is what I'm saying. Like, if you want to make it interesting, make this a blood feud.
Yeah.
Make it really personal.
Yeah.
And let it go.
I fuck with that.
Don't make it WWE. Oh, he'll get his shot soon.
Have him go after each and every other member of Judgment Day once a week.
That's what I'm saying. Make him constantly be a thorn in their side by himself.
Right.
To prove that he is the badass that everybody know he is.
I fuck with that.
But if they don't do that, I need more.
Well, we're gonna see what they do. Moving
I'm
forward.
challenging this because everybody keeps saying Triple H.
Hey, this is first go ahead. This is first round without any interference. I would say,
CM Punk didn't see it that way.
Well, he back.
Yeah.
He
Because he got fired.
Get back.
Speaking of CM Punk getting fired,
Right, get into it.
well, about a few days ago, Mr. Tony Khan of AEW fame decided to release the backstage fight between CM Punk when he was over there, along with him going against Jack Perry. They decided to release the footage.
Ooh, that's dangerous.
It's dangerous, and to me, it's dumb. Because what's the point of doing it now? You already fired the man. You already sent him packing, so he's back in WWE now. The other guy who was involved, Jack Perry, he tore up an AEW contract in the middle of an independent.
So
show.
what was
gone
Well, no, Jack Perry's still under contract with AEW.
until it's over?
But, no, this is the thing. He's doing independent shows. Like, matter of fact, this past weekend, there was a New Japan show in Chicago.
Okay.
Jack Perry was there. But he's still under contract with AEW. So, I mean, yeah, he can do other little independent shows as much as he wants, but he's still contractually obligated to AEW.
So let's get into this video. What
And
the
you
fuck?
And you see CM Punk threw the first punch because there was some words going against each other.
Because CM Punk ain't no bitch.
But
That's
he from Chicago, so that's all the reason that you need, right? But now look, what
What do you thought
so?
was that?
That's Jack Perry right there.
What's the controversy behind this, though?
So basically, Perry doesn't care for Punk because, he thinks Punk
He came in, he came in and did what he do.
And, Perry feels like he was one of the original AEW guys to,
He was.
come up and, get his shine or whatever. And he was starting to get his shine. But then once people, especially like CM Punk, came into the scene.
How he in his face, though? You can't just be in somebody's face coming at them like that.
Right.
And they supposed to just take it
Nah.
under the fact that it's, and CM Punk he good regardless.
So what's the problem with this video? Why is this a leak or something? Don't people fight on wrestling?
Don't they realize it helps CM Punk's cause too?
Yeah, it does.
So I don't understand.
But that's what people have been saying about Tony Khan lately, because Tony Khan ain't been making the best decisions, especially.
Look at he went at him like.
And you see how man Samoa Joe right there.
Yeah. I saw him creep from the back like, what's going on? Let me get my guy up out of here.
Yeah, Punk was about to get in that ass. People will learn, like, just because he got his ass whooped in MMA don't mean he will not whoop that ass.
But I just want to know, what's the point of leaking this?
Oh, we don't.
And what was the point of firing him? He got fired over this?
Yeah.
For what?
Yeah, because he's a fighter.
But remember from some time back when I told you this ain't his first time doing this. Because months before that, he got into it with the Young Bucks backstage.
Okay.
And similar situation. He got into it with the Young Bucks backstage. It was an all-out brawl.
Oh, boo-hoo-hoo. These are wrestlers, man. Fights don't happen
Punk
backstage.
is a grown man, and these kids getting in his face talking that talk, and he pop-shotting, he mouth-shotting. Like, hey, look, you respect me, and they saying, fuck that. And he said, oh, okay.
Man,
so him getting fired is like, considering all the shit he did while he was in the WWE before he quit, without getting fired,
right?
It just shows that AEW is sus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's sus.
And a lot of people are questioning Tony Khan's leadership, his politics, all that.
So my thing is, if two people get into a fight, regardless of who threw the first punch, they both was there.
Right.
And they both was heating it up, escalating it.
Right.
You can't fire one and not the other.
Yeah, right.
Two kids get into a fight in school, you can't suspend one and not the other.
You suspend both.
You got to suspend both.
Right.
But the fact that you fire one means bias.
Oh, yeah.
And also, everybody knows CM Punk is hard to manage.
Mm-hmm.
Triple H has said it. Vince has said it.
Mm-hmm.
A bunch of other people in WWE, when he was going through his shit, was saying it. Like, who else? There's somebody from WWE who really don't like him. Is it Chris Jericho?
Probably so.
I can't remember. But somebody was saying, yeah, like, same shit.
No, it was Seth.
It was Seth. Well, it's Seth now, but back then.
Oh, back then.
Yeah, back when he was doing early on Pipe Bomb, when he was feuding with everybody.
Right.
And he would sit there and interrupt everybody's matches.
Mm-hmm.
Like, nah, you gonna give me my shot,
He was.
or you not. You know, he would go out there and sit in the middle of a fight and be like, it's my time.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
He said, it's my time until it's my time. So it's like, that's him. So if you know that, and that's what people want to see from him. Why would you not give that? Let him have it. Again, let these motherfuckers cook.
So we want this attitude era juiced up, man. We want unchoreographed brawling. We want just good entertainment with these stories, and let these guys cook. Let these guys be who they potentially can be when it comes to any heel or face. You know what I mean? Yeah. But you know,
fuck the heel face stuff.
Just go in because you know, yeah. Y'all had a whole opportunity. Now is your shot to really, since McMahon was quote unquote the issue, and now he's gone. Now you got a chance and opportunity to not carry on to those traits. You saying professional wrestling, so bring it back to professional wrestling and let these pros be the pros. And
everybody telling me it's Triple H now. It's Triple H now. What you say about Disney and Marvel?
Yeah, it's same difference.
Shit.
Same difference. Yeah.
If you giving me more of the same, I'm not going. And I don't, and we can't say, well, Triple H is going to be different. How? Triple H only knows one way to do it. The way he's been doing it for the last 20 years. So The Rock comes in and shakes things up, throws a monkey wrench in that shit. Right. The promos were dope because The Rock don't practice promos. Nah, he just go out. Nobody knows what he gonna do. When he slapped Cody didn't know he was about to get slapped. Yeah. Nobody knew that shit. You saw when he slapped, they was all like, "Oh shit, was this real or not? Wait, what's going on?" You know, The Rock had to kind of give it like, "No, this is part of it.
It's part of it, but shut up, know your role."
But nobody knew.
Shut up, boy. What, boy?
Yeah, remember Cody was
whipped him like a dog. I whipped you like a dog, boy.
Mama Rose, this was for you.
Right. So now you give us that, you gonna go back to norm? You going back to status quo?
And that's what felt like. It felt like, Rock gotta go. And now it's about to.
Because who's gonna do that now?
Yeah.
Somebody has to step in and fill that space. Exactly. Who's gonna fill that void? We can't just have it all on CM Punk.
Yeah. That's true.
CM Punk is aging out.
That's true. And injuries and all that, you know what I mean? These people getting hurt and shit, and then they gone, you know?
We need new people that they need to unrestrain. Right. Take the leash off of these dogs. Mm-hmm. Fuck the doors, unlock, leave the gate open. Let the next person to walk by their yard get bit.
Okay.
That's what we want to see.
Yeah.
If it ain't that, then what's
patty cake.
It's
patty cake. Ain't no new era. It's the same old shit. It's patty cake. So I thought that was going. I thought Rock was going to say, "I'm a full-time wrestler now."
Fooled everybody, and that's kind of disappointing too, because it also takes me back into the fact that at the end of the day, while this is a business, none of them know how to run this business. Not even The Rock, because if you give me the good shit. So I stopped going to my other supplier. And then I go back to you when it's the bullshit. Am I going to keep accepting the bullshit? I'm going to go back to my other supplier. Because that was good before I got that good shit that one time from you. Yeah. You can't fool me with the blue magic. Yeah, right. I want the blue magic. You know what I'm saying?
All times.
Don't give me that magic.
Every hit, motherfucker.
So we're going to see. And that's all I'm going to say because I'm not a believer like everybody else right now. I don't believe Triple H is going to be different. I don't believe that it's going to change.
Well, I will see it. I'm on the same train, but I'm looking at the business and that move to Netflix. I hear The Rocks talk about regulations and censorship and shit like that. I just want to see
right now, aren't they?
Huh?
Well, just
they on network. They on Fox and
if you go on Peacock right now, the Raw episodes come on like after the syndication.
Right.
But it's still on network. It's still USA Network.
Yeah.
So
wasn't he on the USA Network doing his promos cursing?
Yeah, but they were censoring out, and the scene where he was whipping them and stuff, they cut that out. Yeah. And there's a lot of playback that.
But these are live events. How did they know to cut these scenes?
The producer on set cut it. They cut the camera. Yeah, they cut it in real time.
That's stupid.
Yeah. So, and then on the playback, like if you do go to the stream and the Peacocks or the Hulus, no, you don't. They cut all of that out, so you don't see it. So you got to watch it live to catch some of the real elements, or they truncate all that stuff in editing. And you
really, we're not gonna see this new era till they get to.
That's my point. That's how I say I'm with you, but I want to see what happens when they transition to Netflix.
To when? Next year?
Next year.
2025?
2025.
It's a long fucking time to watch boring ass Cody. I'm sorry.
Well, hopefully they can pave the way and plant some seeds. Maybe Brock could come out or something. I don't know, but yeah, they need some. They need some for next year. So
I mean, like to me, like this Cody Rhodes thing should be like J. Cole right now. Everybody should be coming out the woodwork. Oh, Cody got the belt? Oh, you mean Roman lost it? Oh, that's easy. That's easy.
Let me roll my sleeves up, punch a few of sleeves up.
You know how many people have put Cody on his ass over the last year? They can go take that belt right now.
Oh, God.
It's a bunch of people that can take Cody out easy.
Yeah, that's true.
So if they don't come for him for that belt, what's going on?
We gonna see, man.
Cody has to be a fighting champion.
And
He has
that's
to be
what.
defending that shit regularly. I have to
agree.
have respect for him for real.
I agree.
And it means he got to fight.
I agree.
And everybody should be coming for him.
I agree.
Somebody should call him out on the fact that this is all on the name of your father. That would be great promo.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let us write some shit for you too.
That's where you want to get at. Yeah, let's get into it. Yeah. FNG, hire us, WW Triple H.
Yeah, WWFNG.
WWFNG, man. That's it, man. So,
Seriously, though, like, there's stories that can be told. Because if the story is good enough, compelling enough, then when the fight happens, and even if you figure out the way to make the choreography look freestyle, but I think these guys are all, like you say, they're professionals. They can freestyle the whole match.
Yeah.
Let them go.
Yeah.
Oh, they might hurt
and the
themselves
greats don't
more than
practice.
when they fall off a table?
The greats don't practice. You can hear it. The greats don't practice.
You can't practice that.
No. Now, The Rock had to practice. I don't blame him. He didn't want to look
because he got to do his routine.
Yeah.
That corny ass routine that's so dead.
Oh, man, don't hate on the final boss.
Sorry.
Man. I ain't going.
The people's elbow is weak.
So is you can't.
I agree, but he gone. He ain't trying to come back and claim he the badass.
R-Truth took his. Hey, why everybody take everybody's special
that's
signature moves?
Because R-Truth.
Nah, other people doing the spear, other people's doing the pedigree, other people do all the signature moves like it's just free. Like,
I don't because again, this shit is corny. Nobody's coming in there and regulating. Like if somebody try to you know what they won't do though? Well, RKO.
Nope.
Hell
because you know who will come right after that. He gonna
Randy. You
Randy
sure about that?
Randy will come for you. So again, let them people like Randy go. Randy is never a heel nor a face.
Nah, he's the best. Yeah, he's the best.
He will go after anybody.
He don't care. No friends.
Let him go. Randy, that's what we need.
He has no crew. He never.
Kevin Owens is that.
Yeah, Kevin Owens is
have
exactly that. Yeah,
he doesn't change.
Yeah,
he's just Kevin Owens. Oh, you want to fight? Let's go. Oh, you got a belt? I want to take it.
Yeah.
I like you, but I'm gonna take that belt.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna hurt you.
Right.
I just want to see more destruction of Logan Paul. That's all I ask.
Hey, I'm mad Logan Paul won.
How you think I feel?
Because that's another thing. Now, let's talk about the politics of the WWE.
Let's go.
Logan Paul has a deal with the WWE.
Now, he was internet boxer?
No. I'm talking about the deal he has with WWE in terms of his drink. Yeah. That's now the sponsor inside of the ring.
What do you mean drink?
In the middle of that ring, that's his fucking energy drink. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. And he wins while having that energy drink.
So sponsorship, winning champions, building up some false legacy.
Eminem.
Yeah. And he's not having professionally wrestled. This is first year?
His first year.
And he got a championship.
Yeah.
And he's holding on
against Kevin Owens and Randy Orton. Hell no.
Besides the fact that
cut the check.
Besides the fact that Randy should not be going for anything less than the title, which is
I agree with that.
Going for such a
Intercontinental Championship. Yeah, I agree with that as well.
So that's what I'm saying. The way they're staging this card is irrational. When Ultimate Warrior had the Intercontinental belt and said, "Why can't I go after Hogan?" Who says who?
Yeah.
What?
I'm the Ultimate Warrior.
Right. No.
Word Ultimate.
But then he said, "Give up the title before I go for that." No, I'm not losing.
Yeah.
If you can take it from me, take it. But I'm not gonna give it up. So then he goes in there and he wins against Hogan.
You're right.
When Hogan's doing his, and he was like, "I don't give a fuck about that. This shit don't mean that. I'm here."
Right.
You know, that was the beginning.
I shaking all the ropes, son. I shake all the ropes.
Then he had them both. And then remember they tried to take it from him.
Yeah.
And he was like, no. He kept that shit for a while longer. He was like, no, you got to take it from me. And then I remember somebody said, well, do we have a match for the title belt or the Intercontinental? And he was like, nobody can beat me. Right. So it's a title match. Only the big belt. Mm-hmm. And then they had to merge it. And that's when he was like, okay, I'm still going to be ass. Right. But that shit was wild. Yeah. That was the beginning of the Attitude Era when motherfuckers was refusing to comply with script. Right. When he refused to let Hulk Hogan do that shit. Right. And it was like, I've never seen this before. Right. What's happening? What are you doing? Holy shit.
But going off the cuff is definitely pro wrestling.
That's the point.
Pro wrestling.
That's the point.
And that brings the thrill not only to us, but them, everybody. You know what I mean? And you fight for your own self. You fight for your shits. So, yeah, man. I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, I'm hanging tight to Netflix, and we'll see what happens there. Yeah. But I see your point, Amby.
I'll tune in, but I don't have a lot of faith in the guy. And all the people that was quitting because of Triple H. They didn't say because of Vince.
I heard both.
I heard Triple H. I heard a lot of young people came in and said that Triple H was taking away their opportunities and they was taking away their title matches in WrestleMania because they wanted it. Because he wanted to wrestle.
Oh, that's back. He can't wrestle no more. He hurt his back.
That's the only reason why he ain't doing it.
No, it's a heart condition.
Heart condition. Yeah.
But look, we just saw Edge and Christian going in the audience at a hockey match.
Right. That was real?
Well,
no.
That was part of a match. That was some street fight rule, Canada street fight rules.
Yeah, but that's my point. They can do it.
And
Edge and Christian.
And both of them 50 apiece.
They can do it. And Edge and Christian are both known for wilding. Yeah. Edge has some of the best ladders and chairs matches.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Tables, ladders, and chairs. Like, he was the king of that.
Yeah.
Because you can't script that.
Nah, you can't.
Like, you don't know when to fall and when to do this and that. So that's a whole.
Well, they did in WrestleMania. Wow, those breakaway ladders.
Oh, that was the worst, bro. That was the worst.
Breakaway tables, tables breaking before the impact.
That was
the chair, the ladder was on 3 legs and shit. So they still fighting like robots. Hey, sometimes they act like video games. Like
going up the ladder, super slow, like scared to go up one step. Like, what the fuck are you doing? But then if somebody else is at the top about to grab the belt, suddenly they fly up to them.
Yeah, oh no.
Like, what? Like, and it's like, okay, and that's where somebody said that the video game created a method to make it interesting for the game. But then the real
world, they emulate the video game, and that's a problem. Because like that, they don't go off script. You gotta, like that ladder thing. They was literally going up the ladder and stuff. It's like, dude, stop. You're gonna kill yourself if you do this. But they so in the script, it looked jarring and weird.
Yeah, because when you're following a script, you don't have a ring awareness.
Right.
Because I have to do this.
And it's automatic. Now your body is on.
You're just responding to your practice.
Yeah.
But when you're freestyling, how many times did you see back when they was doing them matches with Edge, for example, where Edge in the middle about to jump on a ladder, he would test it.
Oh yeah, right. He'll stop,
shake it, and then he'll stop and just close it. Instead of just getting into the ladder, he'll go do some. He'll go fight some more.
And
that's not a script.
And then he'll bring it back around.
Yeah. Then once he get that guy worn down again, then he go grab a ladder. Yep. You gotta let them do what they do because the script ruins the moment.
I agree.
It's the difference between a Jackie Chan fight in a movie, which is
that's scripted too. Now.
Yeah. No. So fun fact: Jackie Chan fights are not scripted. Jackie Chan's fights are sparring and then they have certain markers that they put where they say, okay, you guys get this whole space to play in. But when you get here, here's a scripted moment. And then they cut and they do a script scene and then they go again. Jackie Chan, that's why if you ever noticed, that was the big thing about him. Everybody he fought in his movies were all martial artists. If you couldn't keep up with him, he would put one of his stuntmen, the stunt monkeys, which is what they called themselves. The stunt monkeys was all them people that was around him in the movies with him. That could do all the shit with him and could keep up. That shit was real.
So Rush Hour wasn't scripted.
Rush Hour is later. I'm talking about the movie
Oh,
that
that's
Jackie did.
okay.
Not the movies in America.
Okay.
Jackie movies.
Okay.
Like where he produced, where he was the director.
Okay.
He was guy.
Drunken style, crazy drunken style.
Them scenes,
Yeah.
bro. When you let guys that know what they doing.
Oh, that's different. Yeah. I thought you was referring to like the American
not the older
movies.
stuff where he was older.
Okay.
The stuff where he was in his prime.
Okay.
The Snake and Crane Arts of
Yeah,
Fearless Hyena.
Yeah.
Where he was really going in.
Okay.
All the way like the cop. Super Cop, a whole police story series, all that type of stuff.
I like Super Cop. That was dope.
Yeah, that was the sequel for what was that? What was Police Story?
Yeah.
And it was like a bunch of them, and those movies was great because like everybody was biting them scenes because he was creating them scenes out of real necessity. He sits there and practices with a ladder and says, "Okay, I can do this, I can do that. Oh, I can do this. Okay, bet." Then he say action, and then he started doing it. That's why he get hurt so much.
Motherfucker flipping off the ladders. I can do this. I can do that. All right, bet. All right, but you gotta know your limitations, and that's real. And that's artists sacrificing themselves for the art.
Yeah.
And
it looks different when he's in a movie fighting and when someone else in the movie fighting.
Yeah.
It looked different. It was so grounded that when you watch the Wire Fu, even as good as Jet Li was, them Jet Li Wire moments would be fucked up compared to a Jackie scene. Because you see all of a sudden he floating across the screen. And
right.
Like, what the fuck just happened?
Right.
And it didn't even look right.
Right.
As good as Iron Monkey was, it was sped up. It wasn't real time fighting. It was fast forward, which I didn't need that. So this is wrestling now.
Fast forward bull. So we'll see. We'll get more of the physical. So WrestleMania, top of the 40, top of the turnbuckle actually. WrestleMania 40, excuse me. What else? What else y'all want to chop it up?
What y'all got?
What about this whole Silver Surfer fiasco that's happening?
I'm okay with that because all they announced was that there's going to be a woman that is playing
Bella's
Herald.
Yeah, Bella.
It's not playing Rand though. It's not, and they didn't say that Rand was not going to be in the movie.
No, they didn't say that. They didn't say that.
So I'm not worried about Fantastic Four because one thing I do know is that Marvel there haven't been any real missteps with Marvel.
My goodness!
No, listen
man.
Listen what I'm saying. Listen what I'm saying. There have just been bad directors. Bad directors.
What do you mean missteps?
Missteps mean so all the characters that they have bringing out they're all viable stories, but the directors didn't present them correctly. I like the Ms. Marvel series. Ms. Marvel as an actress is great. So much so that even in that movie, she shined.
She carried it.
She shined. Now, Carol Danvers, the actress that's playing her, Brie Larson is
I agree.
what she is.
I agree.
And they knew that. But also, that's also part of the point because you're not Carol Danvers is not a likable character.
I know, right.
She's not supposed to be likable.
Right. That's true.
You don't want a character that makes you like Carol Danvers. Carol Danvers is problematic. But the movie itself fell short because of direction.
Right.
Like, if you gave that to a different director, would the Russos have made that movie like that? No. So, but you don't know that the director is going to do what they do until they do it. And you can't stop midstream. You're doing that with Blade and look how it's
She
going.
was arguing with creative. She said it was creative differences. To your Blade point, the script got rewrote, 2-3 times now?
Yeah.
And
they keep switching the stories out, but it's also because, again, the integrity is being kept by the actor. The actor is saying, hey, I'm not
he's the only one. If he's the only one fighting for it.
But that's the thing. So in all of these scenarios, on one side, we happy when Marvel lets the director run with the story when it's good. But when Marvel lets the director run with the story and it doesn't turn out so bad, we mad. No, we have to choose. Do we want Marvel to give creators their creative freedom to create these stories? There's not going to be batting 100 or 1,000. It's going to be some missteps. But that's a part of the process for creating. Nas ain't do all good albums. So
that doesn't mean Nas is not a good MC.
Yeah, the Marvel Cinematic Universe is not bad because of these few missteps. It would have been 5 movies.
It's kind of dragging.
Nas was dragging for some years.
Okay.
See what I'm saying?
And we get something, but I'm still not championing for the mishaps, dude.
I'm
Because
not
I
championing
mean,
mishaps. I'm championing
when
the
you're
fact that
intentionally hiring directors and creatives that doesn't know the material or doesn't
the
know what they're
Russos didn't
doing,
know, though, either.
the Russos didn't know. The Thor director didn't know. There's a lot of motherfuckers who
still
don't
good.
know. Yeah, it was still good because it was a collaborative effort of the Russos putting all this shit together because they have to do the final piece, which is
They
Infinity
didn't know that
War
when
and
they did
Endgame.
Winter Soldier.
They did know.
No.
Well, no, they didn't know that, but they got to him because they didn't get a chance to do after they did the second Avengers movie as a wrap.
Well, they chose to go.
No, they got rid of Josh Lost Whedon and they needed someone to direct at him. And since they was doing Captain America, they gave him a shot. They were Russos, they didn't know Russos from the jump. But since Captain America was so successful, they gave him that pitch and said, go ahead and now you're doing it. So now they're collaborating with Gunn and the other Coogler and putting all these characters together. They had time to season everything, and that's why we got what we got.
And that's what I'm saying. It's the same thing.
So
but they
now
had
you
to have their
hiring
shot.
motherfuckers who's doing the Doctor Strange movie and all these people that haven't seen even WandaVision to come off and do Doctor Strange. Is like, that's why the movie is what it is. You get Spider-Man, that's a good one. Moon Knight was trash. You know, She-Hulk was trash. Shang-Chi was trash. Like, where Phase 4, Phase 4, no one talks about Shang-Chi at all. That movie is a waste. You like the third half of that movie with the furry things? You like
Third
that?
half?
The third act?
I like the whole thing.
Yeah, well, you know, you like it, but I think it was a lot of lacking with the Marvel stuff to a point where I don't really care. When you see stuff like X-Men will have nothing to do with the MCU, his own writing team and creatives, and staying true to the element of the core, bringing nostalgia, and actually bringing some new nuance that interests me as well. We have to see what Deadpool come with, but my guns is with Ryan Reynolds, not with the MCU. And that's just how I feel. So when it comes to the this casting of Silver Surfer, I don't really care. I don't care. I just want to see how the movie go. You know what I mean? And that's, now I'm putting everything on the creatives. So I don't care. I don't care about the MCU news and none of that shit no more. I just want to see what it is. CinemaCon, they dropped some footage of Captain America talking to Thaddeus Ross. And he's asking him to rebuild the Avengers. And Thunderbolts. Did they release anything for CinemaCon for Thunderbolts?
They released the asterisk on the name.
Okay, the asterisk. All right. But yeah, things are still cooking.
Thunderbolts under wraps heavy.
Yeah, things are cooking. So we'll see what it is. But I mean, for me, I'm just on the fence. And I just want to see these projects for what it is. You know what I mean? So I'm just chilling. I'm just chilling till it happens.
But
okay.
I kind of agree with that too. For the most part, it's like we've gotten too much into the territory of reading about leaks and rumored castings and stuff like that. It's just a matter of just going ahead and letting projects cook like they should, like you said. So it's just, we'll see what we can do. We can probably blow us away with what they do with Silver Surfer.
I trust it.
I trust it. Well, I don't. I don't see. I see it till I believe. I won't see it till I believe it, man. That's just how I'm rolling right now.
That's how I feel about Triple H.
Yeah, same difference. Same difference. So yeah, we on the same page or something. So all right, man. We've been here. It's been a hell of a good episode. I love you guys for showing up and definitely bringing the opinion. Shout out to Corey. Shout out to Sean Moon. Shout out to K Max and WHBK and all the good stuff. Yeah. So we got some stuff coming up this week. Man, glad my brother is here, man, so we can knock some business out, man. And yeah, Chauncey is here too. So turn off the music! Turn off the music! Turn off the music! Turn off that Drake battle. Turn that shit off. Turn off the music. Like, damn, man, the leak just came out. I don't want to hear that shit.
You don't understand.
I'm from the future. Cut that shit off.
Omega level threat.
Omega level threat. Omega level threat. Cut that weak ass battle off. Oh, y'all did some weak ass shit. Now we ain't gonna talk about it on here because we talked about it on WFNG. That shit was weak, man. Ain't shit to talk about that fucking battle, man. Learn how to be an MC. How about that, man? We out, man. I'm heel face Galactus.
I'm ambitious Warhol with the glasses.
Yeah, man. We the Fly Nerd Group. We out this motherfucker, man.
What you see is what you get.
WFNG.
Fly nerds. You see it and say it. Yeah, you see black excellence and intelligence we now combine. Fly nerds on the verge of connecting the minds. North, south, east, west over digital lines. Catalogs of the culture inside. Seen it with our own eyes. We done been through the trends and phases. The names and the legacy, the changing faces. We can't talk shop, only dealing the truth. You tuning in to the Fly Nerd Group, so let the people's in. Yeah.
WFNG.
FNG.
Fly Nerd Radio.
Yeah, so let the people in.
WFNG. Fly Nerd Radio.